Hey, welcome to the All Signs Their Feelings for You. I'm going to start with the birthday babies, which is Gemini, and then I'm going to go to Aries through Pisces for the rest. So no wasting time. Forget the intro. You guys already know what I'm about to do, so let's begin. Starting with Gemini. Oh, I forgot to mention for May 30th through June 6th, but whenever you find this video, just slap 7 days onto it. All right, Gemini, happy birthday season. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Let's take a look. Welcome for everyone who just showed up. I appreciate you. What do we have for Gemini for the week ahead? For the next 7 days, what's going on with Gemini's love life? Who's all around them? What's their story looking like? What can Gemini expect? Make sure my microphone is actually facing the receiver. Okay. Gemini, what do we have for Gemini? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this deck for my birthday babies. Aw, thank you so much, one of the moon children. You are so appreciated. Thank you so much. Gemini, your person's feelings this week, we have the Page of Wands. That kind of feels like someone is getting ready to reach out to you around this time frame, and it feels very playful. It feels like you got someone potentially trying to get something established with you around this time frame. It feels lighthearted. It feels new. We'll see. What's this person's intentions? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Their behavior and actions towards you this week, the 3 of Cups. Now, the 3 of Cups is my birthday card. You could be getting an invite out for drinks, for dinner, for lunch from this person to celebrate your birthday. I am kind of getting that this is someone new-ish in your life that's wanting to have a more established role in your life with the 10 of Pentacles as their intentions. So I do feel like someone is trying to take an initiative here to, get out with you, get out and about with you, even if it's running errands. This person wants to be around you this week. Now, if this is someone that you've already have a pre-established connection with, let me get your feelings. How does Gemini feel about this person this week? Ace of Wands, yeah, it feels new. It feels like you and another person just really connected, sparks were flying, the chemistry was felt, and this person is trying to make the first move, it feels like. Yeah, it feels like you got someone here that sees the potential with you. For others, you guys may have been connecting since Aries season, because I'm getting repeated Aries cards. And I got that number 3 there, which is March. Aries season was still, Aries season began at the end of March. What's the overall energy here? The Ace of Swords. So Gemini, it feels like around this time frame, you and another person are engaging with each other in a very fun way. I don't feel like there's any drama between the 2 of you. So let's clarify this person's feelings. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Oh, did I just miss somebody? Thank you so much, Inland Empire. You are such a doll. You and one of the moon children, you guys are so supportive of my channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. Why the Page of Wands? Why the Page of Wands for this person's feelings for Gemini this week? Why the Page of Wands? Why the Page of Wands, please? 7 of Cups and the Hanged Man. For some of you Geminis, the 7 of Cups to me, that's like my spiritual vending machine card. And when it came out with the Page of Wands, which shows me someone choosing between 2 different paths, I don't know if you can see that. You see how someone's feet are pointing this direction, but their face is pointing to this path, indicating that someone's acknowledging that there's 2 ways of going about this. There's 2 ways of going about this. And the 7 of Cups is showing choices in front of them. So I don't know if this is translating to they're trying to figure out where to take you on a date or where to take this relationship. Or the 7 of Cups to the Page of Wands is telling me that this person is feeling like there's so many opportunities here between the 2 of you that they don't want to rush. But sometimes the Page of Wands gets so excited that they do rush. So with the Hanged Man being there, this person is trying to pause and like think about this carefully before like, you know, reaching out or inviting you out or something. This person is trying to be intentional here. The High Priestess is right underneath that with the Six of Swords. It's like this person is daydreaming. The Seven of Cups can be a dreamy energy. It's someone daydreaming. Okay, daydreaming about what would be a good date, what would be a good outcome, what would be a good place to take you. It feels like I keep on inviting you out with that Three of Cups as their actions with you this week. Okay. Should it be a group setting? Should it just be intimate? Why the Ace of Wands for how Gemini feels about this person this week? Why the Ace of Wands? Now, the Ace of Wands can be a sexual energy as well. As I said that, Gemini, as I said that, the Knight of Wands hopped out. And then I got the Four of Swords and I got the Four of Wands. Some of you Geminis may be feeling like things have been kind of dormant in that department and you're excited to venture out. And if you look at this card, Gemini, the Four of Swords shows me cobwebs. Some of you guys are like, Baddison, I've been single long enough. I finally meet someone that I actually have attraction for. Let's have some fun. It's kind of what I'm getting off of this. Gemini, don't do that to me. Anyways, with the Four of Wands also showing up, you're also seeing where this could be someone that your family would support. Not like support, but like, oh yeah, I support you guys being together, that sort of way. Not like they're paying their bills or anything like that. But Gemini, you've got a lot of attraction for this person. Strong Sagittarius energy coming through. Strong Sagittarius. And when I did your June monthly reading, I think it was yesterday or the other day, I remember telling you in that reading, embrace the month of June as if you were a Sagittarius. Coming into the month, having more fun, being more free, not overthinking things like that. Especially with it being your solar return with that sun there. Because the Four of Swords is telling me that I'm reading for a Gemini that may have taken a break on dating or took a break from this person maybe if you guys decided to not take your relationship so seriously at the time you guys first maybe made contact with each other. That left up some buildup between the two of you, some fun buildup, I guess was what I'm getting here. So it feels like Gemini this week feels very fun with you and another individual. So let's clarify this person's intentions. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles to me is one of my favorite cards to see in someone's intentions because it talks about long-term stability. The Queen of Wands hopped out, and then I see the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. Now, the Hierophant to the Ten of Pentacles as intentions, that's the intent to pick someone that shares your values, pick someone that is aligned with your morals, your goals, your family's traditions, things like that, while also picking someone that also excites you, romantically, passionately inspires you. And that's what the Queen of Wands does, okay? And with the Page of Swords being there, this person is watching you, but not in a creepy way. This person's watching you in a way that tells them this could actually work with me in Gemini. For some of you, there could be some sort of like beach visit. You guys are going to the beach or you're going on some sort of little mini getaway or a trip. So if that's the case, that might mean that you guys have known each other for a little bit longer than like recent. At least I would think before going on a trip with someone. You want to make sure you know them pretty well before going somewhere isolated. But let's clarify that Three of Cups. So it feels like Gemini, this feels like a really good week for you. It feels like you've got, you know, some really good energy surrounding you and you're feeling motivated this week. Seven of Wands, and then I see the Nine of Cups. The Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is showing up as someone who advocates for themselves and advocates for the people that they care about and is very protective. The Nine of Cups is protection over peace and happiness and joy. So whoever this person is, Gemini, this is someone that's very protective over their peace and their happiness, and they don't invite people into their life unless they feel like they represent something that they care about and want for themselves. So Gemini, this could turn into a long-term relationship here. Ace of Swords is the overall energy. Now, for those of you Geminis in a limited to no communication situation with someone right now, I'm going to pull some cards for you guys in a second, because obviously not all of you guys are in a situation where it feels this seamless. Because when it's the right person, it just happens really effortless. It happens really, you know, it just feels like it's going with the flow. When it's the wrong person, it just feels like a lot of misalignment, miscommunication, misunderstandings at the very beginning. Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Six of Wands all clarify the Ace of Swords, Gemini. Six of Wands talks about a lot of attention being thrown at you, a lot of eyes on you, just feeling like a lot of people are wanting to give you a lot of attention, whether this is Facebook birthday recognitions, whether this is people just wanting to be around you. It just feels like this, around this time frame for you, it feels really lighthearted, especially after the past couple of months you guys have had. I've been doing your readings for a while, and the last couple of months have been kind of heavy for the bulk of you, but this feels good. Now, the Knight of Swords, that's your court card, along with the Knight of Pentacles is possibly this person. It shows me you both are on the same pursuit, the same trajectory with each other, but coming in with different elements attached to your motivation. All right? So, yeah, Gemini, someone's really interested in you around this time frame. It feels like there's a text coming towards you, an invite out, whether tonight, this week, or next weekend. Someone's got your number, all right? And it feels like you're feeling mutual about this person, and it has strong potential. Now, zodiac signs that came through before I pulled for the limited communication group, I have Pisces, strong fire, all fire signs on the board, Taurus, and Virgo, and Capricorn, okay? It could be any zodiac sign. Oh, and Pisces. All right, so the other group, let's take a look. Thank you again, Inland Empire and one of the Moon Children. I appreciate that. All right. Whoa, wait a minute. I just saw the Secret Affair card. They thought they could hide it, but whispers are growing louder. Affairs rarely stay hidden forever. For my Geminis that are in third-party situations, I don't feel like that was connected to that first spread that I just did. That did not feel like third-party energy at all. But for those of you who are dealing with third parties, a secret might come out. A secret might come out. So if you and another person are pillow talking behind the scenes, someone may be onto it and getting ready to call it out. All right, we'll see if that card comes back out. Like someone's kind of watching and screenshotting receipts, things like that, screenshotting proof, text exchanges, things like that. Trusted friend. There's no mask here, just a rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. For this card to come out just after I saw the Secret Affair card, some of you Geminis, if you feel like you got a trusted friend around you, that's awesome. But for some of you, try not to share anything with anyone that you would not want shared to everyone on social media. All right? Like, unless you've known that person for 10, 20 years or something like that, if this is someone that you've only known for 6 months and you just feel like the connection got really trustworthy right away, just use air of caution. Boiling point. Pressure has been building for too long. This situation is one spark away from full-blown combustion. Someone's really dying to like air out some sort of information about some sort of secret. X drama. The past didn't stay in the past. An old flame is reigniting chaos, stirring up drama, or still has emotional pull. I'm strongly getting that there could be a trusted friend or a trusted family member or a trusted something, confidant, that might be giving information to an ex to like out something because they still have some unresolved feelings about the relationship. Like if you have an ex that knows that you're dealing with a married man, married woman, they might be getting information from someone that you're sharing information for. Backstab. Trust was offered and loyalty was assumed, but beneath the surface, betrayal has been brewing. Shady dealings. There's money, influence, or power exchanging hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. Yeah, this is definitely different from that first group of Geminis. For the other group of Geminis, just be mindful of who you're sharing your private details with. Okay, there could be some backstabbing going on here, especially if you're dating someone that maybe a friend was interested in first, or or if someone's tired of being single and sees that you always get linked up with someone and they're feeling some sort of way. On the bottom, travel partner. You found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way you navigate the world together. I said something like that in the first spread. I said that there could be a trip, a mini little trip, or some sort of, did I say that? I think I said that. There could be some travel going on here with you and another person, Gemini. It did show up in reverse. So if it's someone that you just recently met, maybe bring a friend with you, or just like make sure that you know this person pretty well before traveling with them. But for others, for those who resonate with that first spread, that felt really good. That felt really good. But for those of you who are in limited to no communication right now with somebody, it feels like there's some ex trauma that might be negatively influencing your love life right now, whether it's someone else's ex or your ex. Hello. All right, so I hope that helps. Enjoy your birthday season, Gemini. Do check out your June monthly. It's in my June playlist. All right, it's got both a love spread and a general spread in it. All right, love you. On to Aries. And I had a whole other shirt planned to wear. And just before I went on to this live stream, I got toothpaste all over it, dripping down my shirt. So that's why I was 10 minutes late. I swear. I'm worse than a kid sometimes. Anyways, I don't know why I'm sharing that with you. Hi, Aries. Let's take a look at your love life for the next 7 days. What do we have for Aries? What do we have for Aries? What do we have for Aries for the next 7 days, please? 2 more shuffles for Aries. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my awesome Aries. All right, Aries, whoever this person is, what will their feeling for you be this week? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, my notification, 1 second. There we go. Their intentions with you, Ace of Swords. I'm getting breaking the silence. I just got that loudly. Now, it doesn't mean that you guys are not communicating with this person. Maybe there's something that someone wants to get off their chest and finally speak on it, even if you guys are in daily communication. But for a lot of you, I do feel like someone's wanting to break some sort of no contact right now. 5 of Pentacles, feelings, Ace of Swords as intention. Someone's like, we need to talk. We need to talk. We got to stop ignoring each other right now. Let's talk. What's this person's behavior towards Aries this week? The 4 of Wands. I almost said Gemini. Okay. So yeah. It just could be a strong emphasis on Gemini season, because Gemini is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury governs thoughts, communication, ideas, texting, technology, things like that. So someone could be taking advantage of all the technology and platforms to communicate to get a hold of you this week. Okay, that Mercury influence is making someone feel like we need to utilize our tools available, Magician, to talk about something. And it's surrounding the relationship with the 2 of you, 4 of Wands. What is Aries' feelings towards this person? The 9 of Cups. You do care about them. You do care about whoever this person is. You are, however, prioritizing your own emotional peace right now, Aries. But you do care about this person, whoever they are. Okay, but you are prioritizing your peace this week, which I do co-sign. That's awesome. What's the overall energy? The 3 of Cups. Yeah, so Aries, it feels like someone's wanting to meet up with you, talk with you, get together. It feels like a face-to-face sort of situation, but it starts off as a text first. Like, hey, what are you doing in 2 days? You want to meet up at that diner we always go to? Or, hey, what are you doing tonight? Want to meet up at that local pub? You know, it feels like that. Yep, there's the Magician. I was just talking about the Magician. So it feels like Aries today. It feels like you're getting some sort of conversation today to meet up tonight. That's how fast it feels for me. Okay, now if you end up finding this reading 10 days from now, then just accept it at the time that you're watching the reading. but it feels like someone is getting ready to communicate with you that they really want to talk to you about something important. And with the Four of Wands as their behavior and actions towards you, it does not feel negative. It does not feel negative. All right. So let's begin. I'm going to start with this person's feelings for you. The Five of Pentacles comes in when someone feels left out in someone's life, not feeling as included, not feeling like you're, like making a lot of reservations for this person anymore, like leaving them out on important topics, leaving them out on future planning, or at least that's what they're feeling. They may be projecting insecurities onto you, because I'm not getting that off of you right here. Because with the Nine of Cups as your feelings, you're not coming in upset or anything like that. So maybe this person's projecting. Why the Five of Pentacles for how this person is feeling towards Aries this week? Hanged Man in reverse and the Moon in the upright. Wow, that's strong Pisces energy right there. That's 12th house energy. 12th house, usually connects with, spiritual alignment, spiritual messages, just feeling like someone's going through some sort of spiritual upgrade here and feeling more sensitive right now. The Moon brings out our emotional side. It could be emotions that we can manage, but then there's emotions that we feel like we're not managing too well, and we start to get really in our feelings, as I see the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups in this art depiction shows me someone that is feeling kind of cruddy, feeling like their day just was crappy, they didn't get the promotion that they wanted, they didn't get the girl that they wanted, they just feel like every day they're not getting their happiness, they're feeling disappointed. But sometimes the Four of Cups can represent someone who's missing out on opportunities because they're focusing on what was not meant for them in the first place and assuming everything is meant to be bad instead of thinking, all right, that just was not in alignment with me. So strong Cancerian and Pisces influence right now for this person. They could have strong Cancer, Pisces placements, but I am getting that someone's feeling very sensitive around this time frame and maybe making assumptions that you don't care about them because they're in this sort of energy. We all can get here from time to time. We can all have that day where we're like, I don't feel like anyone cares about me. My person didn't remember my favorite coffee, blah, 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 blah. And not knowing that the people that we're feeling that way about really do care about us, but they've got their own things going on. They've got their own problems that they're trying to sort through. So it feels like this person wants to talk to you to find out if everything's okay. So let's clarify your feelings. You got the Nine of Cups. Why the Nine of Cups? Your card has this big old crab cake on it. Hold on, card's falling on the floor. It's got a big old crab right there, which could represent the zodiac sign of Cancer. The King of Swords clarified your feelings, Aries. With your feelings for this person being the Nine of Cups, King of Swords, you're telling me that you're content with how the relationship has been evolving, but you're prioritizing yourself this week, which might come off as being cold-hearted to this person. Like you might be taking your day off this week and using it to just go for a walk in the park by yourself, or go dilly-dallying at the mall, going to Ulta, or just doing some things by yourself, and this person may feel like you're rejecting them, not realizing that you're just trying to make space for yourself and you're not trying to shut someone out. So someone may be feeling like you're intentionally trying to give them the cold shoulder as a prerequisite to ghosting them eventually or breaking things off with them, which I'm not seeing that off of you. Aries rules the first house. The first house is about self. If Aries does not make room for themselves on a regular basis, they will start to get really frustrated and tense and irritable, things like that. Aries needs their independence. So Aries, it kind of feels like someone wants to spend a lot of your time off from work with them, and you may be prioritizing your own mental health and well-being around this time frame and not responding right away to their text messages, not responding right away to their invites, and not to do it on purpose though. So someone feels like you're getting ready to break up with them or ghost them. Now roles could definitely be reversed, okay? Roles could definitely be reversed. If you're in Aries right now and you're like, no, this person has been leaving me out, this person is not spending their days off with me anymore, flip it if you need to, okay? especially if you're dealing with someone that's got strong, heavy Aries placements too. This person's intentions this week is the Ace of Swords. That is wanting to talk. That can't be any clearer than that. Let's talk. And as I say that, I see the Queen of Wands, which is your court card. Aries shows up as the Queen of Wands when they are at their most confident. They're feeling really good about themselves, not really needing validation from anybody else. Why the Ace of Swords? Ten of Swords and the Six of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Chariot. Oh my goodness, yeah. So Aries, it feels like around this time frame, someone's wanting to know, do you still want this, or are we getting ready to say goodbye? Are you not into me anymore? Okay. And if you look at this art depiction, Aries, it shows this fire sign, which is you, looking at two different paths. Foot placement points to one path, head placement points to the other direction, indicating for some of you, Aries, maybe you do have a feeling of maybe you're not on the right path right now and you should maybe switch up where you need to go. And then I see that Chariot, which shows me someone having a choice between two different road signs. Okay. Angel Eyes is here. Okay, good. That means you're able to comment again. Hi, Angel Eyes. With the Chariot being here, it feels like someone is trying to figure out if they need to switch directions of where they want to point their vehicle. So yeah, Aries, it feels like this person is really hypersensitive with that Moon and Hanged Man energy, possibly even psychic. They're picking up on some subtle signs that you are kind of looking in different directions without you actually outwardly saying it. So you've got possibly an empath on your hands, someone very tapped in, maybe even, undiagnosed psychic abilities, things like that. It feels like I'm getting that for this person. They're very sensitive. They pick up on things that other people don't even notice right away. All right, and they're like, hey, are you still into this or not? I feel like this is a cross-watcher read. All right, so let's dive into this person's actions towards you this week, Four of Wands. Because this person doesn't want to lose this opportunity with you, but they also don't want to play dumb and act like they're not sensing something is wrong. Why the Four of Wands, please? Five of Wands on the bottom. That's insecurity, jealousy, feeling like there's some sort of rival for your attention. Ten of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So Aries, someone is wanting to feel comfortable in this relationship, Queen of Pentacles, but may fear that you're not seeing a future with them, Ten of Cups in reverse. And they want to talk it out before they start to, get in their head about any assumptions. They want to this is someone that does not waste too much time asking direct questions, because they know that if they don't outwardly ask you right away, their mind will start to create their own narratives to fill in the blank. Okay, so with the overall energy this week, Aries being the Magician and the Three of Cups, this person is trying to get together with you, pick you up in their chariot, pick you up and go for a drive somewhere, go to a diner, something. They want to pick you up and be like, are we on the same page here with our relationship? The Empress, and then I have the Ace of Pentacles. This person may be getting prepared to offer you something even more solid to solidify their intentions with you, to show you how serious they are and to see if you accept it or not. All right, it feels like this person is getting prepared to be like Aries, to show you how serious I am. This is what I am offering for this relationship. Do you accept it? Because I don't give this offer to just anybody. And you're the Aries, you're the Emperor regardless of your gender. So the Emperor is an ideal match to the Empress. So Aries, it feels like someone is wanting to break the ice, break the silence, even if you guys are talking on a daily basis, break the wall between what needs to be said and what has been said. All right, enough of that surface level stuff. Let's talk about something important this week. Yeah, because they're feeling like you're not that focused on them. So I'm going to announce the zodiac signs, and then I'm going to pull for my limited to no communication group in a moment to see what's going on with that. So for zodiac signs that came through this reading predominantly, I've got Pisces and Cancer strongly, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo. That is the main ones that came through. don't focus too heavy on the zodiac signs. We all carry all of those placements. All right, so the limited to no communication group is up. Please rock that like and subscribe button if you're a girl. If you haven't already, I greatly appreciate it. Clean slate. A full reset is now in play. Past decisions, outdated dynamics, and former versions of self are no longer calling the shots. Yeah, Aries, someone's like, hey, can we have a clean slate? Can we just friggin' hash this out? Let's just talk about it and like move forward. Power couple, you amplify each other's gifts and elevate each other's goals. You're building more than a relationship. You're building an empire. Commitment issues. Someone here is afraid to fully commit, whether they admit it or not. Emotional walls are high and avoidance is running the show. Yeah, someone's picking up on someone having commitment issues and, you know, showcasing that by being more about themselves, not really like making a lot of time for the relationship, not checking in as much as they did in the beginning, and someone's noticing that. Blocked. It stings to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase the ghosts. Some of you Aries, you might have someone that blocked you because they thought you were going to block them next. They thought you were going to ghost them. They thought you were going to break up with them. So to preserve their pride and ego, they blocked you first, but they may be unblocking you this week to break the silence, to tell you why they really blocked you. And it feels like it's because they sense that you were going to block them first, even if you were not going to do that. Double life. Someone is juggling stories, identities, or relationships and hoping no one notices the overlap. Someone here may feel like someone was two-timing them because of commitment issues and decided to block the person, but now is wondering if they projected their insecurities onto the other person and is wanting to have a clean slate. Third wheel. A side character is trying to write themselves into the main plot, but this story already has a leading duo. Some of you Aries, someone else may be trying to break you and somebody up so that you guys can be together or so that they can be with your person, however that resonates. And the final one is back together. The honeymoon round 2 has begun, but the real tea is how long it will last. So a lot of you Aries, someone here is like, hey, can we like talk to each other again? Can we like get back together? Can we like just hash this out and like start this again? All right, so I hope that helps. Aries, I did do your June monthly. It includes a love spread and a general spread that looks at the entire month of June for you if you want. It's in the June playlist. All right, on to Taurus. My Taurians are up next. Welcome everyone who just showed up. I appreciate you. All right, hi Taurus. What up, Buttercup? All right, what was that? Oh no, is it gonna rain again? Ah, it's been raining every day this week. Oh, my plants are getting watered, never mind. All right, what do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus this week? What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus this week? Next 7 days for Taurus, please. Ooh, that one wanted to come out aggressively. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this in deck for my terrific Taurians. All right, Taurus, the Temperance card wanted to hop out, and it came out really aggressively. Sagittarius energy. Temperance tends to show up when 2 people are blending personalities together, blending ideas, blending lives, trying to find a way to mesh 2 worlds into one to become more of a couple. It also shows up when there's need for a compromise in a situation, if there was a disagreement in some area, or someone's being guided to be patient about their love life right now. So I'm going to put this to the side and see what your spread shows, and then see how it fits. All right, your person's this week, what are their feelings for you? We have the 4 of Pentacles. This is Sun in Capricorn. Their intentions with you, we have the Queen of Wands. That's Aries' court card, but also Sagittarius and Leo energy supporting that. Their actions this week, we have the 2 of Swords, Moon in Libra. Your feelings towards this person, the Hermit, major for Virgo. And the overall energy this week is the Star, major for Aquarius. Then I see it influenced by the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Dang, a lot of communication happening this week. It feels like a lot of zodiac signs this week are like, all right, let's cut through the BS. Let's just talk it out and really get some movement here. I also see the Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer. Someone may be like, you know, intentionally trying to avoid something, but is trying to stop that around this time frame. I see a lot of repeated fours showing up, so 4 could be a very important number. All right, so let's start with this person's feelings for you. It feels like someone is telling me in this reading that they've been playing it safe with you. They haven't really shown you everything there is to show you in regards to this person, in regards to them. Whether they were shy or Two of Cups hopped out, and then that Four of Cups came back. So Taurus, it feels like around this time frame, someone's wanting to become more intimate with you, open up that treasure chest and reveal what's inside and be more open with you emotionally. It feels like you're possibly dealing with someone that was avoiding deeper conversations, deeper, you know, just kept things surface level at times. And I wonder if that's why the Temperance card is showing up. You guys are trying to like sort out whether or not you guys are aligned with each other or if this is a mismatch. Yeah, it kind of feels like this person doesn't trust too easily, and doesn't fully let people in until they start to watch the other person's character and mannerisms and behaviors unfold. So this person may be acknowledging that there's something about you that is telling them you're safe, you're emotionally safe. Let's clarify your feelings before I get into any more of that. Your feelings for this person is the Hermit. You feel like this is a very private person. Someone quiet. This is a quiet person. So quiet that I didn't get much off of you in regards to how you feel about them. Why the Hermit? You're telling me more about this person. They're telling me more about the situation than you guys are telling me about your romantic feelings though. But as I was saying that, the Ace of Cups hopped out. So Taurus, it feels like you do see that there's potential with you and this person to take this further, but you may be needing a little bit more info or more, I don't know, it feels like you feel like there's some sort of missing something that would really fill in the gap in regards to whether or not you could see yourself with this person long term. You know what, let me clarify the overall energy. Maybe clarifying that first might help me because this person's very like, they're giving me just a little and that's it. And I need a little bit more than that, okay? So let's clarify the overall energy. It's a lot of air. So a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing, a lot of mental processing going on here. The Knight of Swords again, Gemini energy. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's pretty much saying, I'm a work in progress. Don't give up on me. I don't know how else to explain that. Someone just said, I'm a work in progress. Don't give up on me. But I don't know how I feel about that for you, Taurus. I mean, that could be why the Temperance card came out and said, be patient. This person's a good person. They're just, you know, they've been through a lot. They will open up on their pace. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself, Taurus. All right, so let's clarify this person's intentions. We got the Queen of Wands. Why the Queen of Wands for this person's intentions with Taurus? Eight of Wands, and then I see the Four of Swords on the bottom with the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. I like that. With the Eight of Wands coming out with the Queen of Wands as their intentions, it does show me things start to pick up speed around this time frame. this person starts to loosen up a little bit because, like I said, they're acknowledging that there's something about your character, your behavior that is leaving them feeling comfortable. And with that Empress being there, and that's your major arcana, I don't know too many people who are uncomfortable around an Empress. The Empress just comes in with that nurturing vibe that we're safe around this person's sort of energy. Like, have you ever been around a group of people and you can just clock who's the mom of the group or the protector of the group or the one that everyone can like share their secrets with, and it's like a vault with that person? It's a trustworthy energy, someone that wants everyone to get along. Wants everyone to just like be supportive. That's the Empress. So this person is acknowledging that they feel like you give off Empress vibes, regardless of your gender, and it's making them feel very comfortable with you. It's getting them to feel comfortable with you. A lot of 4s are coming through. A lot of 4s. So some of you guys may have met in April, or this person's got Aries in their chart. Could be a Taurus like you. That Ace of Pentacles and the Taurus, that came out for Aries' reading too. But with the Two of Swords as their behavior, the Two of Swords can sometimes be someone that avoids. That avoids things. So they're coming in avoidant. Why the Two of Swords? Queen of Swords, and then I see the Five of Swords. The Queen of Swords cuts through the BS. The Queen of Swords is a truth teller. It's a person that is very direct, doesn't hold back, doesn't sugarcoat things, but it could also represent needing to be that person finally after not being that person in the previous weeks. Okay, so the Queen of Swords as this person's behavior is telling me that they're acknowledging that they may have been someone that came in with some mismatched behavior, like their actions didn't match their words, or they weren't really sharing a lot. It looks like this person is trying to do the opposite now with that Queen of Swords in their hand. Clarify that Temperance card. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take, both parties benefiting from the arrangement. And then I see the Five of Wands and the Page of Swords. I'm getting some deep insecurities off of somebody, and someone's wanting to talk about that. Like someone felt insecure about the situation in the beginning, but maybe feeling more comfortable about it now. And that could be why the Two of Cups is showing up in this person's feelings for you. You know, feeling more comfortable, just being more open and raw and real. Okay? Someone's feeling really comfortable with you around this time frame, Taurus. It's allowing them to hold space for some deeper conversations. Clarify Taurus is feeling some more. Why the Ace of Cups and the Hermit? The World card, and then I see the King of Swords. So we have the King and Queen of Swords. Together, those are two people having a real conversation about real important things. Sometimes they are my divorcee couple, but this does not feel like you guys are married going through a divorce. And then I see the Queen of Cups, and we just saw the World card. That's a cycle coming to a completion. That is a milestone being reached. And the Ten of Cups being here talks about getting somewhere. With the Knight of Pentacles showing up, I am getting that this is a slow and steady sort of thing, so not something that's to be rushed. Whomever I'm tapping into, Taurus, this is someone that does not rush. Not at all. This is not an impulsive person. So if you're looking for something more exciting, more passionate, I don't feel like you found it in this person. But I am getting that if you want something to slowly build into something solid and long-term, that could be this person. But you kind of lose something important in the process. Because I'm not getting a lot of fire off of this reading. I'm not getting a lot of like passion. I mean, I do have the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands, so that could change, but not like, you know, on a regular basis. All right, so it feels like it could turn into a very deep, you know, bond between the two of you, but not one of those exciting, romantic sort of situations. You know, I mean, you never know. It's just coming in for this week. Anything else for Taurus before we pull the no contact group? Two of Pentacles and the Three of Cups and the Magician. Wow, this combo keeps on coming out. So Taurus, around this time frame, I do feel like you and another person are continuing to develop your relationship. I don't see anyone breaking up. I don't see anyone calling it quits. I do feel like someone is just trying to take advantage of the ability to like communicate this week with that Magician to see if you guys are on the same page with where this is going. Otherwise, you guys are free to walk away from each other if you want. All right. So let's get the zodiac sign information and then I'll pull for my limited to no communication group. All right. So I got Sagittarius here, Aquarius, Virgo, fixed sign. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, and that's the main ones that came through. Okay. All right. Love lessons. Don't let a history of failed relationships get you down. Gather the lessons and ditch the baggage. Situationship. It's a situationship, not a relationship, but don't let that fool you into thinking it's drama-free. Court date. The courtroom might be the stage, but the real drama started long before the documents were filed. For some of you Taurians, you might be caught up in a litigation with someone, a divorce battle, a custody battle, and while doing that, may have started a situationship with somebody else on the side, or that's your person, whoever you're dealing with. Someone here could be dealing with someone that's going through a divorce, a pending divorce, and is creating a situationship with you because they don't have anything to offer you right now. They're legally married still. They can't like commit to you if they're already in a commitment, even if it's coming to an end. So some of you guys are dating someone that's going through a divorce right now, and someone's still needing time to gather up documentation before the relationship could sever, and it's creating drama for the one that feels like they're on the side waiting, like a third person, a third wheel or something like that. And someone's like, when is this court date going to finalize? Consequences. No more running. The karma is catching up and someone's being held accountable. For someone here, there could be a tough lesson surrounding involving yourself with someone married if it turns out that someone has been lying about a pending divorce and is secretly happily married but just cheating. That's going to hit home for someone. I just got goosebumps when I said that. Holy smokes. Some of you Geminis may be dealing with someone, or a Taurus. Some of you Taurians may be dealing with someone who's married but telling you that they're unhappy and that they hate their wife or they hate their husband and that they're going through a divorce, but it's been 2 years and you're still waiting on the divorce to finalize. And something is catching up to somebody. Consequences are catching up. No one can run anymore. Something like that. Well, let me get more. Making bank. Financial flow is increasing. A new level of wealth, power, and confidence is activating. Taurus, your week could be surrounding money. You may be just wanting to focus on stacking up your coins this week because maybe love is just too complicated. Unsent text. You get this card a lot, Taurus. Unsent text. A message was typed with intention, then deleted out of fear. The sound says more than words would have. You got this in your June monthly, and you got it in your end of May reading I did for you on the individual readings, Taurus. You've been getting this a lot. In fact, your last video I did for you for the end of May, we're still in the end of May right now. It's May 30th at the time I'm doing this. I titled your reading Unsent Text Get Sent. I said that. And this came up in your June monthly as well. So that's going to hit home for somebody. All right, so I hope this helps to check out your June monthly, Taurus. It's got 2 spreads in it. It's got a love spread and a general spread for those of you who don't really care about love. All right, so enjoy your week. On to, I already did Gemini, so Cancer. All right, Cancer is up. All right, let's do it. Thought I heard someone shoveling snow. I'm like, why would there be someone shoveling snow? There wouldn't be snow. All right, what do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? For the next 7 days, what do we have for Cancer? The Magician hopped out, but it landed in reverse, Cancer. We'll see if it comes back out. Sometimes the Magician in reverse can talk about someone taking advantage of their skills and manipulating people with it. Like if someone's got the gift of the gab, they're being manipulative with their ability to communicate. If someone's charismatic, they're using that charisma to get what they want, even if it's negative intentions behind it, like that. It can also talk about black magic, but I'm going to stay away from that topic. Cancer, 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my adorable Krabby Patties. All right, Cancer, your person's feelings for you this week. We have the 7 of Wands. Ugh. 7 of Wands. I just got back off loudly. Back off. So I don't know if someone's saying that to other people in regards to your relationship where they're trying to protect the 2 of you. Like, back off of me and Cancer's relationship, okay? Or if it's Cancer, back off. Leave me alone. That sort of energy. And all of a sudden, my voice is getting all scratchy. What is this person's intentions? We have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So they got good intentions with you. Their behavior this week, we have the 7 of Swords. Someone's trying to avoid you. They've got good intentions with you, but they're trying to avoid you. How can I explain that? It's like someone that doesn't want to cause you any harm, but also does not want to be bothered this week. It kind of feels like that. This person intends to show compassion and love towards you, but with the 7 of Swords as their behavior and the 7 of Wands as their feelings, it does feel like this is someone trying to avoid this relationship. Whether because you guys had an argument recently, something was said that upset them, or they don't feel ready for what you're trying to create. What is Cancer's feelings? The Hierophant. What's the overall energy? The Ace of Cups, influenced by the Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Cups, 3 of Swords. You got the Ace of Cups in your reading yesterday that I posted for you for your June monthly, Cancer. And now it's coming up again. It feels like around June you have romantic opportunities for you, Cancer, but it may feel like the direction you're throwing those romantic opportunities may not be wanting to be caught. Like the universe may be saying that there is another person perhaps open and ready to experience love with you, but maybe not the person that you're targeting that love with. Something like that. Like someone here is trying to show up not interested, but someone else is trying to show up as interested. So let's break it down. Let's start with this person's feelings for you. We've got the 7 of Wands. I hope you guys can't hear the weed eater. My neighbors are out weed eating now. I've been hearing a lot of weird sounds. I thought it sounded like someone was shoveling snow for a minute. Now I'm hearing weed eating. Why the 7 of Wands? The Emperor, Aries energy, and the Knight of Wands, fire energy. It does feel like, Cancer, you got someone that's taking a strong stance this week. This is someone that is really coming in very assertive about what they want and don't want. I keep on getting the energy of someone soft and loving heading your way around this time frame with that Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, but it feels like the person that you may be looking at for that love and affection to be given to you is not wanting it. It's like you're interested in someone that's not interested in you, and there's someone interested in you that you're not even noticing. You're not even paying attention to because you're focusing your loving energy somewhere else. I don't know if this is someone married, because sometimes the Emperor comes in as a married spouse for me, or someone that's got kids, someone that runs their own business. It's someone that's got a lot of responsibilities and is not like, no, doesn't have a lot of free time to like keep repeating themselves. Clarify Cancer's feelings. Why the Hierophant, please? The Death card, the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles Death card, that talks about feeling like you're getting the cold shoulder from somebody. The Queen of Swords comes in when we're feeling like someone is being very direct and straightforward, but still wanting to work together. Three of Pentacles. I wonder if this is why this person's coming in with that Seven of Wands energy. It's like Cancer, you may be noticing things about this relationship that you want to make sure that this person is noticing before any final decisions are made. Like maybe you're seeing where there's potential, where this person may be ignoring the potential, and it's frustrating you. But if you don't look away from this person, you might miss something else that might be more aligned with you. It really does feel like there's someone coming towards you who's going to love the shit out of you, Cancer. But you may be focusing on someone that does not have the capacity to love you the way you want, or is just not interested. Okay? And it feels like the universe is trying to be very like straightforward here. They don't want you wasting time on someone that is not giving you their time. And that there's something special trying to come in. So let's clarify this overall energy. Okay? Because whomever this person is, they're not coming in with bad intentions. They're just not wanting to like, why the Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups? The Three of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Cancer, it feels like this person is trying to come towards you while they are witnessing third-party activity. Okay? And I got the Three of Cups, Nine of Swords right here. So this could be someone who may be aware of what's going on with you and is trying to like pull you in a different direction. You got someone that's really into you showing up in this reading, Cancer. Someone who I feel would love to like take advantage of your kind heart. Okay? So let's clarify this person's intentions, the original person. Why the Queen of Cups? The Fool. Now, the Queen of Cups as their intentions followed by the Fool. The Fool is someone who is on a solo journey. The Fool is someone that is focusing on themselves. And it's Aries energy. I'm getting repeated Aries cards for this person. So you could be dealing with an Aries that is like, Cancer, I'm focusing on myself right now. I'm sorry. No hard feelings, but I'm not interested in a relationship right now. Because they're investing in other areas of their life, specifically career and family is what I'm getting off of this person. Like they already have kids, they already have things established, but they're not coming in with any ill will towards you, but they are kind of quietly just like avoiding the situation. So not responding to text messages, not responding to anything. Why the Seven of Swords? King of Wands in reverse with the Nine of Wands in the upright. Yeah, Cancer, it feels like you're giving your attention and love and affection to someone who does not want to take action towards it. And there's someone else creeping in that would love to take advantage of what you're offering right now. I've seen this so many times where one person loves another, and then another person loves the one that loves another, and it's like a little conga line. So I feel like, Cancer, if you're being ignored, if someone's not giving you any affection or any clarity on where the relationship is going, just focus on yourself, okay? Because there is someone approaching you that would love to take that opportunity. And if you're not interested in this person, just focus on yourself. Clarify this Knight of Cups again. Eight of Cups, Judgment. Eight of Cups, Judgment. This is someone that is witnessing you with your back turned towards them. Okay, but this is someone that's going to keep asking to give this another chance. So for some of you Cancers, you might have someone that you may have already tried to establish something with, and then it didn't pan out, and then you moved on to somebody else, and it looks like the one that it didn't pan out with is like, can we give this another chance? That was a plot twist I wasn't expecting. I thought this person was new. Cancer, your love life right now. Your love life is very confusing. In fact, I almost didn't post your friggin' June monthly because I was doing the reading and I was like, oh my God, why does this feel like I'm doing a personal reading? No one's going to resonate with this. No one's going to make sense of this. And it feels like that message is coming through again, but in a different way. So let me get another card on that. Hold on for a second. It feels like you should not have to tell someone how to love you. You should not have to tell someone what your needs are if they're aligned with you. It feels like someone may have been a soulmate catalyst for you, but maybe not a lifelong partnership for you. The Queen of Swords, and then I see the Sun, and I see the Ace of Wands and the Emperor. We got that Emperor again. So Cancer, it feels like this week someone's really putting their foot down that they're not interested in a commitment. They got other things going on, but they don't mean you any harm, but they're not bothering. They're not going to respond to your texts, to your phone calls or anything like that. But there is someone showing up in this reading who would love to be on the receiving end of your love and support if you'll have them. Could be a Pisces, could be a fellow Cancer or a Scorpio. I'm getting strong water energy off of this person, but I'm also getting Taurus. So strong water and strong Taurus coming through for the one that is approaching you, wanting something more real with you, if you will give them a chance. Now, if you don't know who the heck this person may be, this may be what the universe is saying is going to come towards you once you break off your contact with this person. Only if you resonate with someone not responding to your messages, not wanting to go out, all right? Don't force it. If you got someone that's responding to your messages and flirting with you, making plans with you, then this is not your message. This is for the Cancers that their person is flat out not responding or is saying no, okay? Because this was very, very clear when I first pulled onto the message that someone does not want to participate. It might feel like they have to get a little bit more like assertive in their approach if their boundaries are not being respected. Someone here is not wanting a commitment, okay? So you got something else coming towards you that looks really good, Cancer. So for those of you in limited to no communication with someone right now, I'm going to pull some messages on that. But for zodiac signs that came through this reading, I've got Scorpio, Taurus, I've got strong Aries and Sagittarius. Those were the main ones that came through the spread, but it could be any zodiac sign. Okay. Cancer, limited to no communication, Cancer. Do check out your June monthly, by the way, if you resonated with that first spread. And I also did a general spread that goes into career, money, things like that. Heartbreak. Sometimes the worst breakups are the ones that never got full closure. What hurts most isn't the ending, it's the fact that it ever felt so right. Some of you guys are dealing with a lot of heartache surrounding a connection that really, really felt like it could have been far or gone far, and then to find out that it didn't even make it past 6 months or past 3 months, may be feeling very disheartening to you. Thank you, Tance Williams. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. The single life. Embrace your independence, expand your horizons, and enjoy the solo journey. When you are your best self, you attract the best. Cancer, I'm strong again. You got some strong, beautiful energy heading your way, and I got that for you in your reading. So if someone's not making time for you, don't make time for them. Put all that effort into yourself. You are worth it. Troubled past. The past still lingers like smoke in the room. Even if it's buried, its energy hasn't left the building. Some of you may be interested in someone that's got a troubled past right now and is just trying to focus on rebuilding their life, and they just don't really have it in them to give to a relationship, okay? I'm going to pull some more from that. Bad timing. The universe isn't punishing you. It's protecting you. What isn't fully aligned yet. What's truly meant for you won't miss you. Yep, I love this card. It is so friggin' on point. I swear. Platonic passion. You didn't see it coming, but your heart is waking up to something deeper. The line between friend and lover is starting to get blurry. Some of you Cancers, you might have a friend who's starting to fall in love with you, but you're not noticing this yet because you're focusing on someone that may be dodging your text messages, things like that. And if you pay attention to the friend, you might notice that it's reciprocal. You might notice that it's reciprocal, and you're like, hey, you know what? This friend is kind of cute. You know, and you might take it further with them. You never know. All right, so I hope that helps, Cancer. Enjoy your weekend. On to Leo. Oh my God. Girl, this isn't an eye exam. I wrote that letter so freaking tiny. It was like, is someone getting their prescription for eyeglasses today? Which reminds me, I gotta get mine updated. I can't see for shit far away. I can barely read you guys' comments. That's why I don't acknowledge all of them. I read them later, but I'm like, I used to be called Squints when I was younger. Anyways, enough about that. Hi, Leo. What do we have for Leo this week? I just don't look good in glasses, so I don't wear them at all. Just my prescription sunglasses. All right, what do we have for Leo for the next 7 days? Leo, I'll be doing your June monthly tomorrow. What do we have for Leo? 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my lovely Leos. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week, Leo. We have the Strength card, major for Leo. I swear, I get this for you so many friggin' times, Leo. When the Strength card shows up as how someone feels about somebody, and it's actually the zodiac sign for the person I'm reading for, this person is pretty much saying that they feel a lot of unwavering loyalty to you, and they're very protective over you. Like if someone were to talk smack to you, they would get in front of you and be like, leave Leo alone, okay? Not saying that you need the help, but it feels like that. We have the 9 of Swords, their behavior and actions. We have the 4 of Swords, your feelings towards them, the 4 of Wands, repeated 4s. And the overall energy this week is the Queen of Swords and the 3 of Cups and the Lovers. All right, so you got someone that stresses out easily showing up here in this reading today. Someone that might get, like they overthink a lot. They're always in their head. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be a sun air placement. But it's someone that always like worries. Worries about you, worries about their health, worries about their job, worries about everything. This is someone who around this time frame is coming in more fun and lighthearted with you, but it feels like their default is to worry. But it feels like someone's trying to loosen up with you around this time frame and have more fun with you. But it feels like you're dealing with someone that worries a lot. I keep on getting, they worry about their job, whether they're going to get laid off, or they're always worried about you and whether you love them or something like that. Let me just dive in a little bit deeper. I'm going to start with this person's feelings for you, which is the Strength card. Why the Strength card for this person's feelings for Leo? 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I just got a wave of goosebumps. Plus, I got the Lovers card. Leo, you may be dealing with someone psychic. Someone that's very tapped in spiritually, and that could be why they worry a lot, because they're always picking up on everything around them, and it scares them. I don't think that this person is like someone that walks around talking about tarot cards and healing crystals or anything like that. I feel like this is someone that legit just knows things before they happen. And that could be why they're coming in very protective over you around this time frame. Not saying that anything bad's going to happen to you, all right? Hold up. Let me make sure I make that perfectly clear. But it feels like you got someone that's very connected to you. Very connected to you on a spiritual level. And may like worry for you. Two of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, High Priestess with the Strength card. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of those types of people that, you know, a lot of people like will say, oh, that person is always worrying. It's because they're tapping into everyone in the room's anxiety and emotional sensitivity and what they're going through on a day-to-day basis, where they might struggle with separating themselves from what is their feelings and their thoughts to other people's. Or that's flipped, and it's Leo that is coming in like that, and your person is showing up feeling like you're supporting them. You're being protective over them. Okay, let me get your feelings really quick, and then I'll get into that a little bit more. This is a weird message, so I hope this makes sense. Let's dive into your feelings, Leo. The Four of Wands is yours. This could be telling me that you feel ready to marry this person. You may feel already married to this person, or that this is someone that you really could feel really is to be a part of your life on a really big level. I feel like I got that for you last week. Why the Four of Wands for Leo's feelings? Geez, that card went flying. 10 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Leo, holy smokes. This is very similar to what I had for you last week on my last week's all signs reading, but minus the psychic download type of message. I don't feel like that came through, but everything else feels very similar. Leo, this relationship could go far, like grow old and die together far. That's what this is kind of feeling like. And this person is very, very protective over you, and you're protective over them. Look at the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles right here is very protective over your property, your family, your love connection, your money, everything. You both are coming in with repeated 4s, by the way. And the number 4 is all about security, discipline, support, foundation, structure. It's also ruled by Cancer, okay? Cancer rules the 4th house, which is home and family and nurturing and building a life together. This feels very sweet. It feels very sweet. It feels like you and another person have the potential to really like make something here, but you got a nervous Nilly on your hands. So let me dive into this person's energy a little bit more to see why they are so like wound tight. It feels like they're really wound tight where a fart couldn't even get out. Sorry for the TMI. I'm seeing a lot of 9s for this person. A lot of 9s. So what is that, the 9th house, Sagittarius maybe? Why the 9 of Swords? The 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles in the upright. Strong Taurian energy coming through and Capricorn. So this person could have a Capricorn rising. This is a provider type of person. This is a provider type of person. This is someone that likes to provide for people that they care about. This is someone very protective. This is someone that wants their family and friends to all be safe and cared for. 5 of Pentacles in reverse is them saying that they never want their family or partnerships to ever feel left out in the cold. So this is someone that worries if they ever do not do enough for you. So this person may be someone that's like, did I do enough for your birthday? Did I do enough for our anniversary? Did I do enough for our family? Did I do enough for this? Did you have fun tonight? Was the date night? Did you like your dinner? It's like this is someone that's constantly worried about whether or not they are providing a comfortable space for their family and for their partnerships. Because even if you don't voice that you're upset about something, they can pick up on it intuitively, and it F's with them. And I got the Moon right here, very emotional, takes things in like a sponge. With the Moon being here, and you're a Leo, you're ruled by the Sun and Moon are opposites, but they balance each other out. So this person could be like an opposite of you, but a nice balance. You know, you're carefree and, you know, you don't worry too much, and this person is not carefree and they worry a lot. But it feels like it works. It works for you guys' dynamic. So let's clarify that 4 of Swords. It really does feel like, Leo, you're building something long-term here with somebody. Yeah, it feels like this relationship could be the last one. Why the 4 of Swords? The Fool and the 6 of Pentacles. Now, oftentimes the Fool comes in when someone is just focusing on themselves, their own needs, their own story, their own self. But when it comes out with the 6 of Pentacles, there's a strong emphasis towards mutual benefit, like 2 parties mutually being able to do what they need for themselves, care for themselves, mental health, emotional health, things like that. The Six of Pentacles is talking about a beneficial connection on both sides, okay? And then I got the Seven of Wands, which is someone being very protective, being like, back off of Leo, back off of this, back off of that. Hey, J-Dub, hi, Infinite Faith. Nice to see you guys. So, Leo, it feels like around this time frame, either someone's being very protective over you or you're being protective over someone else, but it feels like around this time frame, the support that this person has for you gets emphasized greatly. Now, again, I'm not saying that you're in, like something bad is going to happen or anything like that. No. But it feels like around this time frame, it's emphasized how much this person wants to support this relationship and you. So let's clarify that Lover's card with the Three of Cups, Queen of Swords. I just saw the Devil card. So for some of you, there could be a narcissistic someone with narcissistic tendencies orbiting around the situation that someone may be protecting you from, or vice versa, like a toxic family member, a toxic past person, or I don't know. I didn't like that. Clarify that. The Star in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in the upright with the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, someone is trying to protect someone from someone's negative intentions, someone's greed, someone's need to control and manipulate. Now, the art depiction shows me a man with 2 kids and an ice cream cone and some cash. So I don't know if someone feels like there's an outsider trying to manipulate their way into someone's life for money and they're using kids or fake generosity or something like that. And someone's, oh my goodness, Leo, I just got it. I just got it. Oh my freaking goodness. Every goosebump is standing up doing the Macarena. Okay. All right, Leo. Whoever this person is, I'm getting that they are somewhat psychic. And they might be onto someone in your life that you may trust that you shouldn't trust. And this person is being very protective over you around this time frame, pretty much saying, Leo, you can't trust that friend. They're not trustworthy. Or you can't trust that family member. They're bullshitting you. They're a con artist. Or you can't trust, that person work-related wise. This is someone that's really being protective over you because they're picking up on some downloads that you may not be seeing. Even if you are intuitive, even if you also have strong empathic abilities, when we're in our own situation, emotionally charged up to a situation, we can sometimes ignore the warning signs for ourselves. But when we're out of it and observing, we see everything fine. But when we're in the middle of it, we can get manipulated easily, even if we are intuitive. Okay? So you got someone in your life around this time frame that's protecting the heck out at you, and I would pay attention. I would pay attention. Like if this person's like, hey, Leo, that friend talks shit about you behind your back, I wouldn't trust them. Listen to them. If you think you've got a trusted friend, or that family member is just using you for money or for help, I don't trust them for you. Listen to them. Anything else for Leo before I pull the no contact group? The Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Wands is one of your court cards, Leo, and the Hanged Man is Major Arcana for Pisces. I'm strongly getting that there's something exciting happening around you, Ace of Wands, and it's connected to this person, but it's also focused on you. And I feel like you got a lot of good things approaching you, but there's also a need for you to pause and look at things from other perspectives before going balls to the wall, okay? It just feels like you're excited about something and you got someone supporting you around this time frame that knows how to slow down where you don't like to slow down. When you want to speed through yellow to miss the red light, they're like, slow down on yellow, we'll get the next light. And that's someone that is a nice balance for you. So let's name off the zodiac signs that came through this reading, and then I'll pull for the no contact group or the limited communication group. I've got a lot of water in this reading. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, primarily Pisces though. I've got Gemini here. I've got Leo here. I've got strong Taurus and Capricorn. Okay, but it could be any zodiac sign, but those are the main ones that wanted my attention. So let's pull from these ones right here. Limited to no communication group up next. Ooh, power couple. Nice. Like that a lot. Okay. All right, so the first one that came out is power couple. You amplify each other's gifts and elevate each other's goals. You're building more than a relationship, you're building an empire. That felt like for the Leos that resonate with that first message. You got someone really, really like, that's my Leo, you don't mess around with my Leo. And it feels like you feel the same way about that person, and it could really go far. Happily ever after, you're no longer wondering if it's the right person, you're building something beautiful with them. Plot twist. New info just dropped and it's juicy. Suddenly the dots connect and the real story is showing up. Remember how during that reading, Leo, I was like, oh my goodness, I finally freaking figured it out. That's what you're going to be feeling like around this time frame. You're going to feel like, oh man, I finally figured it out. This is amazing. It's not coming in as a negative reaction for you, but the story surrounding whatever you finally connect the dots on may have some negative connotation towards it. You get excited and relieved that you're finally connecting the dots, but it's also connected to something or someone that needs to like go. Yeah, blocked. It's things to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase ghosts. I feel like someone here is getting ready to connect the dots and block someone quickly. Toxic ties. This isn't a victim-villain story. It's a messy entanglement where both sides are contributing to the destruction. Done settling. You're no longer lowering the bar to make love fit. If it's not meeting you at your level, it's not meant for you. I feel like I have a Leo that's like tapping into their more assertive side. They're more, I don't give an F about how you feel about my need for myself to be protected self. And it looks like it's glowing on you. Make a move. Swipe, speak, show up. Whatever your move is, now's the time to make it. Waiting won't align you, action will. Yeah, some of you, if you're single right now and there's someone that you feel gravitated towards, is that the right way of saying that? And they look like they're mutually interested, this could go far. This could be your time to really build something successful with someone. Okay? And for my Leos going through a breakup, whether it's official or emotional, a break has happened. What once held you together can no longer hold your growth. So Leo, if you're going through a breakup right now, just rest, focus on yourself, because it feels like a power couple dynamic is heading your way, and this person feels very protective over you, but also a worrywart. But I understand why once I got the message out. All right, so I hope that helps. I love you, Leo. I'll be working on your June monthly tomorrow morning, so Sunday 11-ish, you could expect it. Don't quote me on that, because life be lifing lately. All right, enjoy. On to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. What up, buttercups? You're welcome, say less. All right, let's do it. Oh, the chair is so much more comfortable when I sit back in it. I can't scoot it though. Hold on, maybe I can scoot it up a little bit. What do we have for Virgo today for the next 7 days, please? For the rest of May, going into June 2026, Virgo. 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my vivacious Virgos. All right, Virgo, your person's feelings this week. We have the Hierophant, major for Taurus. Their intentions with you, we got the 10 of Wands, that's fire. Their behavior and actions towards you, the King of Pentacles, that's Taurus's court card, but also Virgo, Capricorn influence. Your feelings towards this person, the 5 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo energy. And the overall theme is the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Someone is saying that this relationship has been a lot of work, but they're still showing up, but barely. Someone feels that they've shown up very committed to the situation, but feels like their calluses are starting to get really swollen and they're getting ready to release this if it doesn't start to get easier. But they are committed. This is someone that's very committed to seeing something through with you, but something's got to give, and it needs to give very soon is what I'm getting. Someone is on their last straw here. And with your feelings for this person being the Five of Pentacles, you're feeling like you're the one that's feeling tossed aside. Like you're the one that feels like your needs are not being met, even if someone is acknowledging that they're doing their part. So I feel like there's both sides to the situation here. There feels to be like miscommunication between the two of you, where one person says something, the other person takes it the other way, and then vice versa. That's contributing to the relationship's destruction. Miscommunication is what I'm strongly getting as a factor here. Someone wanting to have the last word, someone wanting to be right all the time. So let's clarify this person's feelings. We got the Hierophant. Why the Hierophant for how this person feels about Virgo? Like this person is very loyal to this relationship with you, even if you guys are just like not in a good place right now. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and the Four of Cups. Virgo, you got someone that's trying to be patient here. They really are. But they're really feeling emotionally drained over the fighting you guys have been doing lately. It's like this person's acknowledging that you guys have been fighting a lot, and it's really wearing them down to where they might be, you know, drinking a little bit more at the bar, or just like trying to emotionally disassociate and not think about their feelings. But they're still showing up wanting to do their part. But it's like they can feel the energy of a breakup illuminating around the two of you right now, and they don't like it. Virgo. This person is just like clinging on to something here. So let's clarify your feelings. You got the Five of Pentacles. You may feel like it's in your best interest to ignore this right now. Why the Five of Pentacles for how Virgo feels? The Knight of Pentacles, Virgo court card. Virgo's court card. And the Knight of Cups, Piscean energy. So Virgo, you really do care about this person. You do. But you're trying to forward plan. You're trying to see what the future looks like by giving to this right now. And there might be parts of this relationship that's getting tossed to the side. Like important conversations are being ignored. Important topics are being swept to the side in order to maintain the surface image of the relationship, and you don't like that. You want those important conversations to be had, because they affect you long term. And you may feel like this person doesn't want to take that seriously, but they're coming in with a lot of earth energy, so it kind of feels like there may be some misunderstandings about what someone's willing to do and what they're not willing to do, because this person told me from the beginning that they actually want to have those conversations, that they want to get to some sort of like mutual understanding. There's a lot of misunderstandings here. Assumptions being made about each other. Wow, okay. So let's clarify this person's intentions. This person intends to put in a lot of labor towards this relationship. But it shouldn't be like that in a relationship. It should be, yeah, there's going to be tough times in a relationship, yes. But if it's always like that, it's going to wear you down. Why the Ten of Wands? The Emperor, Aries energy, and the Magician. This person wants to take control. They feel like they may need to take control in order to get this manifested in the right direction. The Emperor often comes in as a spouse or a parent, a business owner, or someone that feels like they've got to be the one that takes control here if they feel like no one else is doing it. It's the one that steps up. And right now, you may feel like you just want to let it all go, Virgo, and abandon it all. And it feels like you're not dealing with someone that's someone that easily quits. I'm strongly getting that you're not dealing with someone that easily quits and accepts defeat. They're just trying to come up with a different plan is all. Their actions is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles does not walk away from investments unless, you know, there's no return on investment. The King of Pentacles is not going to walk away from money. The King of Pentacles is not going to walk away from a business that could be successful. The King of Pentacles is not going to walk away from a relationship that has potential for growth. You know, the King of Pentacles is just not that type of person. Why the King of Pentacles? Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, and then I see the Tower. This person wants to invest in this, but only if you guys can agree to just dismantling the entire situation and starting over, clean slate. I'm getting that strongly. This person wants a clean slate. They don't like how everything's been happening. They feel like you guys are very out of touch with something, with each other. You both are pointing the finger at each other, a lot of blaming going on, and they're feeling like you guys just need to like hash something out and start over. All right, it's like they're acknowledging where their fault lies and they're acknowledging where your fault lies, but nobody doing something about it. Clarify that Tower. Queen of Cups in reverse and the Hermit in the upright. Why do I feel like I'm reading for a married couple where they're like, all right, fine, let's just get divorced. Let's forget it all, when that's not really what you both want, but everyone's like feeling defeated. And if you're not married, you guys may have felt like this relationship was going to eventually lead to marriage until everyone's emotions start to take control. Yeah, Virgo, this feels like a very emotionally layered relationship covered in a lot of earth energy on top. Like a volcano. Like with all this earth energy that's showing up, that's the earth layer, aka let's say the volcano, the rock. And then underneath it all, you've got that boiling lava with the fire and the moon and the Queen of Cups coming in, getting ready to erupt. So someone is acknowledging that the relationship is about to get worse before it gets better. And someone's acknowledging that that might be the best thing to happen. Rip that Band-Aid, expose the wound, and just like heal it. I hope that made sense. Oh my goodness. Virgo, I don't ever get readings like this for you. Your readings are more like quiet, mousy, more about your school, your work, your friends, things like this. This feels more like, kind of reminds me of that movie War of the Roses with Michael Douglas and, what's that lady's name? I was way too young to be watching that movie. I forgot her name. She's a really cool actress though. Should not have been watching HBO. All right. Anything else? The Fool. Yeah, Virgo, I feel like either you guys need to wipe the slate clean and start over, or just break up if it's not going to happen. That's where this reading is kind of taking me. You both are exhausted. You both are not wanting to keep on fighting and making up, or just feeling like you're on edge with each other. Either clean slate or nothing at all. That's what I'm getting. Dang, Virgo. I don't ever get this for you. Sometimes I do, but very, very seldom. Yeah, some of you Virgos are just keeping to yourself right now because you feel like that's safer. Locking yourself up in your room, going to the gym by yourself, doing your hobbies by yourself, eating alone. Queen of Wands in the upright and the Page of Cups in reverse. So Virgo, it feels like around this time frame, you're just trying your best to keep your head above water and just focus on your own needs right now. I do feel like you've got someone that's putting some pressure on the situation around this time frame to like not ignore it anymore, not leave it buried, not put it to the side. This person doesn't want to give up on the relationship, but they also don't want to give to this situation anymore that you guys are in. They're like, I don't want to give up on this relationship with Virgo, but I can't keep going on like this. We're constantly at each other. A lot of fours. A lot of fours and sevens. No, not sevens. Fives. Knight of Swords in reverse and the Judgment card. I'm strongly getting, can I take back what I said to you? I don't know who said it, whether it was you, Virgo, or the person. Someone saying, can I take back what I said while I was angry? I didn't mean it. I want another chance. I'm strongly getting that. Because sometimes the Knight of Swords in the reverse will say some filthy things. Like really go for the jugular when they're mad. All right? And Judgment is, I'm sorry. Can I have another chance? All right. So that looks like there's some sort of, you know, heart-to-heart getting ready to happen. It's not telling me much more than that. So I'm going to get into the limited to no communication group right now because this is very intense energy. We got Aries, we got Pisces, we got Scorpio, strong Scorpio. Strong Scorpio. Sagittarius is here, Taurus is here, Aries is here, Virgo is here too. So it could be Virgo and Virgo and Taurus. Oh, wow. Virgo, you and another person, just, you're really deep in your emotions there with each other, it looks like. All right, so let's get these out. Let's get these out. Twin flame, they are your counterpart in growth, healing, and divine purpose. That's why it feels so intense. Virgo. And 9/11, as I'm saying that, 911 people in the chat just when I said that. Holy smokes. Virgo. It feels like you met someone that's meant to trigger the F out of you and vice versa. But that's how we heal. That's how we grow. That's how we evolve. We go through uncomfortable relationships. Rushing things, rushing through romance, hit pause and let things simmer. Good things take time and so does lasting love. This could actually be a relationship that can evolve into something healthy if you guys can really allow yourself to see each other for who you are and vice versa. Like, it feels like someone's meant to mirror back at someone else what they're not wanting to see in themselves, but seeing it in themselves might actually help them get to where their goals are. Toxic talk. The way you're speaking to each other is causing harm, not healing. Words have energy right now, they're wounding. Yeah, Virgo, I never get this energy for you, but it's coming in repeatedly. You and another person are showing up as very triggering to each other, but the passion, the love, and all that is still there too. It's like, imagine loving someone but hating them at the same time. It's like, oh, I hate that I love you. That's kind of what I'm getting off of this, Virgo. I hate that I love you. Secrets and lies. Not everything here is what it seems. Lies, omissions, or double lives could be distorting the connection. All right, let me pull from this group right here. Let me pull. Wow, Virgo, you'd never come in with that. Oh, the dirty laundry card. Dirty laundry. They thought they buried it deep, but old messes have a way of resurfacing, and this one's messy enough to leave a stain. I swear, I need to freaking put a restraining order out on this card every freaking week. This huge stack of cards, and that one just shows up all the time. Gold digger. This connection comes with a price tag. It's calculated, strategic, and dripping in dollar signs. Some of you Virgos may make a lot of money, and you may feel like someone was with you just for what you can do for them. Fantasy world, head in the clouds, heart-chasing fairy tales. The truth is getting lost in all the sparkle. So, Virgo, it feels like you and another person kind of picked each other to grow with each other in this lifetime. And those connections take a lot of work. They're very stressful, but if two people can really learn and grow from the experience, it could be very rewarding, has a heavier payoff than the easier connections I've noticed. All right, doesn't mean you should stay in a toxic relationship at all, but it's saying that you're learning something about yourself. All right, so I hope that helps. On to Libra. Hi, Libra. Hope you guys are all doing amazing. Hi, Miss Darling. Welcome, welcome. All right, what do we have for Libra? Ooh, I need the Burt's Bees. 1 second. All right. All right, Libra. What do we have for Libra? Libra, Libra, Libra. 2 more shuffles for Libra. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my lovely Libras. Oh, hey, get over here. Freaking unruly cards. All right, what's your person's feelings for you this week? We have the 4 of Pentacles. Their intentions with you this week, we got the 10 of Pentacles. Kind of has a similar vibe to what I had for Leo, even though it's not the Strength card. This person's actions towards you, the 10 of Wands. Your feelings towards this person, the Knight of Cups. And the overall energy for your week is the Ace of Swords, influenced by the 2 of Cups. And then I see the 3 of Swords right underneath all that. All right, so Libra, you care about someone deeply in this reading. And someone cares about you too, but they're kind of like, you know, different about showing that. But with the 10 of Pentacles being their intentions, that's telling me that they intend to see this through with you. They intend to do all they can to like see this relationship go far, even if they don't show love the same way you do. They're not like you. But with the 2 of Cups influencing the overall energy, I do feel like you see moments of their true feelings come out during certain conversations, during certain moments. And I feel like that's what matters to you the most. All right, so let's clarify this person's feelings. We got the 4 of Pentacles. Why the 4 of Pentacles, please? The 6 of Cups, and then I see the 2 of Swords and the Sun. This person's acknowledging that you guys already have some really fun memories that they like to protect. They keep them in a vault. This is someone that's really proud and protective over you guys' love story, where they don't like anyone talking shit about it. This person is very protective over the relationship. So that could be where they show you that they care, even if they're not like, I love you, or anything like that. This person shows up showing how they care through acts of service, acts of support and protectiveness over the relationship. So their actions matter. You know, some people can say I love you easily but not show it. This person struggles with saying I love you but shows it. And I feel like that kind of matters more in my perspective anyways. Yours could be different. But you're ruled by Venus and you like to have all that lovey-dovey talk too. So let's clarify your feelings, Libra. You got the Knight of Cups. You're in love with this person. But I do feel like you want some more romance. You want words of affirmation. You want like a pet name from this person or something. Why the Knight of Cups? The Fool, the King of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Could be a Leo that you're dealing with. A Leo or an Aries. Don't focus too much on the sun sign, though. This is just coming in strongly for how they, you know, show up. Very independent, very self-driven, not always talking about romance, okay? But you're really attracted to this person, Libra. This is someone that really, really motivates you, excites you, even if they kind of leave out the lovey-dovey parts. This is someone that, you know, motivates you to want better for yourself. And I feel like that actually is very rewarding in a relationship when someone can motivate you to want to be better or inspire you to go after certain things. That's a very rewarding relationship rather than someone that says, I love you, but you don't see anything else that's manifesting into your life that could create a lot of abundance for yourself. Because remember, this person's intentions is the 10 of Pentacles. That's the intent to care for you, to see this relationship grow far and stable, which is, I feel, more important than someone that can easily drop I love you here and there, but not like, I keep on getting guided to repeat that. So I do apologize for being a broken record, but it keeps on coming out. So some of you Librans, if you're torn between 2 different people, one that says I love you but doesn't show up for you, and another that doesn't say I love you a lot but shows up for you, this might be why it's coming in repetitive. Why the 10 of Pentacles, please? The 5 of Cups, and then I see the 9 of Wands. This is someone that has been through some rough patches in their life. This is someone that may feel like, you know, they haven't always had it easy in their life or felt comfortable enough to be vulnerable. But this is someone that shows their value in what they do. Like this is someone that's big on service. Can I get you anything? Can I rub your feet? You just worked a long day at work, you know. It's someone that acts in service to other people to show that they care, but they avoid vulnerable moments. They do. But with that Two of Cups being there and that Six of Cups, I do feel like they care deeply, but it feels like it takes special moments for them to bring that out of them. Like anniversaries, they might bring that side of them out, but it's just not an everyday thing. Clarify that Two of Cups. The Hierophant and the Ace of Wands and the Justice card. Okay, so Libra, this is feeling like this could go somewhere long term if you guys really like hold space for each other, because it feels like there's a feeling of sharing space between the two of you. Okay, you guys are locked in right here. You guys have similar values, similar beliefs, all those things that are really important to a stable relationship. Okay, so where it matters, where it counts, you guys are rock solid. But where it doesn't matter as much, that could be the part that could allow the relationship to kind of like crack a little bit, you know, something like that. But your relationship looks airtight based off of that. All right, so let's clarify this person's behavior, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands shows up when someone's willing to do the work. Carrying some burdens here. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. All right, so Libra, if lovey-dovey is what you're wanting, lovey-dovey is what this person's kind of like getting the the momentum up on showing you. It feels like you got someone that's working hard to like show up for you in every way that you need them to, even if it's uncomfortable for them, because they don't want to sabotage this relationship. I like it. Libra, whoever this person is, they've got a kind heart. They've got a kind energy about them. I'm not getting anything negative. I'm not getting that they're trying to hurt you or anything like that. They're just not like you. You know, you're someone that might, you know, just, you're singing romance songs, you're watching romance movies. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that's not this person. Everyone loves in different ways. Clarify more about Libra. The Hermit and the Seven of Wands. The Hermit and the Seven of Wands, this could be telling me that there's times where you might get a bit defensive on someone's ability to just check out and do their own thing. I feel like someone likes to charge their batteries. This is someone that's not very sociable. I'm getting that this is not a very sociable person. Someone that doesn't like to have big groups around them, but if they do find themselves in a big group setting, this is someone that might look for the house cat, the house pet, and spend time with that pet while everyone else is mingling over hamburgers and, you know, chips and salsa. It's like this is someone who is private, keeps to themselves, but wants to be a part of your life anyhow, but there needs to be some sort of compromise. Something like that. I hope this made sense, Libra. But it feels like you got potential here to build something really solid, but this person is just being clear that they are not going to be trying to be someone that they're not. If you love them, you love them for them. Something like that. So let's get for the limited to no communication group. But for zodiac signs that came through this reading, I got Aries, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Taurus. So it feels like you got just a quiet type of person here that will take care of you in ways that really do matter long term. Okay. All right. Whoa, that one came out quick. Jeez, those hopped out quick. Someone here might be in an open relationship. Ex drama. The past didn't stay in the past. An old flame is reigniting chaos, stirring up drama, or still has emotional pull. And then I was looking at the open relationship card when I said all that. An open relationship isn't for the faint-hearted. Set clear rules, communicate, and be respectful of boundaries, and explore with care. Someone here may be wanting to be more adventurous in their love department, and someone may be not feeling comfortable about it and may feel like someone's in the mood to be adventurous because of an ex influence. Like, are you just wanting to be open because your ex is reaching out to you again? Like that sort of thing. Like someone's worried that someone's got a hidden agenda and someone's reaching some sort of boiling point where they want to like speak up for themselves. Ulterior motives. Someone's words and actions aren't lining up, and that's not an accident. There's an agenda here, and love might not be it. And I just said that a second ago when I said the hidden agenda. So Libra, outside of that first spread that I did, because that's separate from what this is, some of you may be dealing with someone that might be approaching you with a discussion of making your relationship more open, more like less restrictive, and you might feel like it's because of an ex influencing it, and that someone's got ulterior motives behind wanting to be more open, less labely. Someone doesn't want the labels, but it feels like they wanted the labels originally before maybe someone else inserted themselves in the situation where they should not have inserted themselves into the situation. Shady dealings. There's money, influence, or power changing hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. Wow. Live and learn. Mistakes were made, but what matters is what's being done differently now. Ride or die. This is about unwavering loyalty, the kind that stays through thick and thin. If you've got a ride or die by your side, cherish and defend them fiercely. Libra, if you resonated with that first portion of the spread that I did with the tarot cards, I'm strongly getting guided to say cherish that person. That person may not be, you know, exactly what you're expecting in romance, but this is someone that's got your back. But it's up to you if you don't feel like that aligns with you. False connection. The bond may be karmic, temporary, or just meant to teach. Either way, it's not what it's appeared to be. Yeah, Libra, for the other Libras where you're dealing with someone that's trying to keep things unlabeled, keep things open, I wouldn't trust them. I would not trust them at all. Okay, someone that is okay with sharing you, it actually feels like they don't want to share you, but they want the open relationship. Like they're wanting an open relationship, but if they find out that you're talking to someone, all of a sudden you're betraying them. It's like, I thought we wanted an open relationship. I meant more like me be able to date other people, but you still committed to me. And that could be what I'm getting as well. Like someone's really trying to get greedy in their love life. They can date other people, but you can't. And it feels like it's because there's an ex involved, someone that someone still has a tie to, missing, but they also are very possessive over you. That I would let go of. That is not going to be good for you. But definitely do what you do, or do what you got. But if you resonate with that first spread, that's what we would call a boring but really worth it type of relationship. It doesn't have all the pizzazz in it, but you're comfortable. They're not going to bring drama in your life. All right, so I hope that helps. On to Scorpio. Where's my Scorpionators at? Hi, Scorpio. All right, let's take a look at you for the next week. All right, Scorpio. I'll be doing you guys this June reading here in a couple of days. What do we have for our Scorpio this week, please? Oh, that one flipped out aggressively. Where is it at? Where did it go? Where the fudge did it go? Huh. Guess it didn't flip over. Now it did. The Lover's card and the Chariot just hopped out. The Lover's card shows up when there's a choice needing to be made. And the Chariot in this art depiction shows a choice also needing to be made too. Because it shows me someone with a choice between that street or that street. I'm going to put this to the side and see what your spread shows me. But one of those wanted to flip out, and I thought it did, so I went searching for it, and then it didn't show up, but then immediately it came out. Oh, the Sun major for Leo. A lot of major arcana activity, Scorpio. What is going on this week? When a lot of major arcana show up in a spread, that means the week ahead is game-changing, meant to be powerful, meant to be it's not meant to be a boring week. Let's just say that. It's meant to change someone's direction. All right. 2 more shuffles for Scorpio. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Scorpionators. And I just noticed something. They all have like the order of the zodiac signs here. Hold on. Let me show you. Gemini, Cancer, Leo. We're in Gemini season, next it's Cancer, and next it's Leo. So for some of you Scorpios, from now up until Leo season, there's some big changes happening in your love life, some big developments based off of choices that are being made around this time frame. 2 more shuffles for Scorpio. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Scorpionators. All right, your person's feelings this week. We have the 9 of Swords, someone worrying, someone all up in their head worrying about you. Their intentions, the Knight of Swords, Gemini's court card. The Knight of Swords comes in when someone's like, all right, I made my mind up. Or it also comes in when someone's like, all right, we need to talk. What is this person's actions? The 7 of Pentacles. So we got repeated 7s showing up here. What is Scorpio's feelings for this person? The 2 of Wands, a choice between 2 paths. What's the overall energy? The Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Influenced by the High Priestess, Pisces energy, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. So we got repeated 8s, repeated 7s. Repeated 8s, repeated 7s. For some of you, 2019 might make sense for you. 2019. Whether you went through a big life event that prepared you for what you're going through around this time frame, or you met someone in 2019, I don't know. 2019 just popped up in my head. Don't force it. Don't force it. When you force it, you don't get the message. Just, it'll come naturally. Okay, so let's dive into this person's feelings for you. Why the 9 of Swords? Jeez. The Emperor fell on the floor. Hold on. I got my slippers on and it's not sticking to the card. Hold on. And then another card came out. The Emperor and some cat hair. Hold on. And the 2 of Pentacles landed in reverse. The 9 of Swords is someone who feels anxious about something, stressed out. The Emperor shows up when someone is trying to control their thoughts, control their feelings, control their actions, not being impulsive. 2 of Pentacles came out in reverse, indicating that someone's kind of going back and forth on something. Stressed out with weighing things over and over again. Because sometimes the 2 of Pentacles in reverse with the 9 of Swords can represent someone that's like, I am so sick of weighing out the pros and cons with this shit. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want action. That's kind of what I'm getting off of somebody. That's kind of what I'm getting off of someone. Like someone's sick of stressing about something and doesn't want to stress about it anymore, just wants to get something done now. Like, let's not stress about it. Let's do something now. Let's quit worrying about it. Let's go for it. All right, let's clarify your feelings, Scorpio, because with the 2 of Wands being your feelings, you're pretty much saying that around this time frame, you're aware that there's a separate path for you to take if you want to, or you can continue the same path that you've already been taking in regards to whatever this situation is. You're being given a choice here. If you want to take an exit, if this is too stressful for you. Why the Two of Wands for how Scorpio, yep, look at that. Temperance, Eight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. You got a choice between whether you want to walk away from something, whether walk away from this person for something else, or walk away from something else for this person. Take it however it resonates, okay? You're trying to figure out where you'll get most success from. Six of Wands is getting, you know, what you want, getting the attention that you deserve, the praise that you deserve, the recognition. And Temperance is telling me that you have not been acting impulsive about something. Some of you could be closer to November for your birthday season, closer to Sagittarius season. But there's an Aries energy around you that might be stressing something out. But it's kind of like, F it, let's go for it sort of thing. Doesn't have to be an Aries. Don't worry about the zodiac sign. Clarify the Knight of Swords as this person's intentions with Scorpio. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. And the Two of Swords and the Empress. This person could be telling me that they avoid a lot. And that's why they're sick of like stressing about something, because they always end up just avoiding it anyway. Stressing themselves up just for not doing anything anyway. You've got someone this week that's trying to lead with their heart and also use their head too. Because the Knight of Swords is using your mind. The King of Cups is using your heart in order to move forward. So they're trying to choose the path of most investment. That did not make sense. The path that invests more into their future and doesn't take from what their future goals are. Like they want to go where they feel like they're investing more and not go in a direction that feels like it's taking from what they've built already. Clarify that Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles. So Scorpio, for some of you, someone has to like remove something that they've already built in order to make place for you. I don't know how else to explain that, or that's you. Like someone has to remove something that they've already invested a lot of time and energy into in order to make space for you. And they're worried about it. But they don't want to waste any more time. So clarify the Sun, the Chariot, and the Lover's card. The Page of Wands, and it's another card where it shows me someone with two paths to choose from. Look at all the repeated messages, Scorpio. Look at all those repeated messages. Look at that. We got the Two of Wands. We got the Chariot showing me two street signs. I feel like that's why we got all those major arcanas. It feels like for the next 3 or so months, Scorpio, you and another person are making a series of decisions that impact you guys greatly moving forward, whether for the good or for the not good. But it kind of feels like, Scorpio, something brings you a lot of success and joy. This feels like I'm reading for a Scorpio that their happiness is pending a specific time frame. I think I may have gotten that for you before. Like something is on hold until a specific date. Whether July or June with that Gemini and Cancer energy. Or Leo season. Like something needs all the preparations done now, so that way it's ready by summertime maybe. I hope this is making sense, Scorpio. Your readings are a little bit more direct with me, but today they're not. Some of you Scorpios this year, it feels like you've made a lot of big decisions that most people didn't expect from you, that might look impulsive to other people, but they're your choices. And it shows me you're on your trajectory. You're on the correct trajectory. That these decisions that might appear impulsive to other people are actually your choices that you're meant to be making. So don't second guess yourself. If your heart is saying, all right, make a left, go make a left. If your heart is saying make a right, then make a right. Even if other people around you are like, Scorpio, are you sure about that? Scorpio, that's kind of impulsive. Scorpio, what are you doing? I feel like it's going to make sense for you. Don't let other people tell you how to live your life. Or this is a cross watcher needing to hear that message, because it feels like someone's about to be bold here and change a lot of people's lives or their own lives in a very big way, and is nervous, but is kind of coming in with that F it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and I don't care what people think. Hierophant and the Six of Swords. Someone here is preparing to exit something to go towards another. And someone's looking at the past and wondering, am I leaving anything behind? Should I go back and get it? Is this the right decision to leave it all behind? Yeah, some of you Scorpios, you're either leaving jobs for new jobs, leaving relationships for new relationships, leaving a home for a new home. It's like there's some big change happening in your life. And other people might think you're being impulsive, but it feels like when it all pieces together, they're going to be like, oh, I get it. I'm glad you did that for yourself. I'm glad you didn't listen to my input. Like that. Like that. You've got a really good outcome here for you. Something about your life is changing in a very big way. And Scorpios don't do things quietly. You guys like to bring in everyone into that so that they can all like gather around the fire pit and be like, all right, this is what Scorpio's doing next in their life. Okay, we get it. You guys are very transformative people, and you like an audience so people can see how badass you really are, and how you guys don't let fear get in the way. All right, so let's pull for the limited to no communication group, because if I don't even know if this reading made sense for you, but it feels like you and another person are coming together, but it feels like it was more about you than the relationship. If it kind of feel like this person that I was tapping into is kind of like how can I explain that? Like, how can I explain that? Like someone's making a cameo in your life, but they're not a part of the big thing that I was tapping into. I don't know. I feel like I'm reading for a single Scorpio who's talking to someone right now, but their main focus is some big changes in their own life. I don't know. It's hard to explain. That was a tough one, Scorpio, but it feels like something good is happening. I just don't know how to put it in words right now, and I don't feel like you might need me to put it in words just yet. Loving yourself. Loving yourself is the ultimate romance. Invest in you, grow, glow, and get to know how great you really are. Scorpio, I feel like around this time frame, you're just all about your freaking self, and big changes are happening for you. I feel like that's why there wasn't such a strong emphasis off of this person in you, because it was more about you. And this person was just saying hello to you in this reading today, but the week ahead feels like it's more about you than anything else. Court date. The courtroom might be the stage, but the real drama started long before the documents were filed. Some of you Scorpios may be dealing with legal stuff, like things involving a mortgage, a lease, cars with a Chariot. You got a lot of different legal things happening around this time frame, because you're severing ties with a lot of contracts while creating new contracts simultaneously. So you're going through a lot of big changes. Fake profile. It's not just a filter, it's a full-on facade. The person being presented doesn't match the reality behind the screen. Scorpio, if you're on any dating apps, if you're meeting people, be mindful of anyone that's telling you, oh yeah, I make a lot of money, I run my own business, I'm an entrepreneur, my family's from a lot of money, let's go out. Someone I feel like who's being really authentic is not gonna like lay it on thick that they're that hugely successful. You just notice it based off of how they're living their life, you know? So you might be talking to someone that is full of shit. Excuse my language. Be careful. Be careful. Because Because it's so easy to put on a persona that you are this loving person, this pillar of the community, successful, and then you find out, wow, you're broke, you don't have a job, your family cut you off. Got it. Different worlds. This connection crosses cultures, timelines, or belief systems, and that creates both fascination and friction. Some of you Scorpios are getting involved with someone that's very different from you, but it's exciting, but it might also bring in friction too. Love is love. Love transcends labels, gender, and expectations. Let your heart feel without fear or apology. Some of you Scorpios are exploring other ways of loving somebody, whether it's different genders, different, races, different cultures, and you're just exploring who you are. All right, so I hope that helps, Scorpio. I love ya. On to Sagittarius. Oh, I forgot to announce the zodiac signs. Sagittarius came through, Gemini's here, Cancer's here, Leo's here, Taurus is here, and Aries. But I mentioned it throughout the reading, so here we go. We're good. Hi, Sagittarius. What up, Buttercup? Oh my goodness, this freaking chair. All right. I'm just not someone that's meant to sit for so long. I'm very energetic. Okay. What do we have for Sagittarius? What do we have for Sagittarius this week? What do we have for Sagittarius this week? What is their message? Oh no, my card's ripping. Oh, aw. My card's ripped. All right, I'm gonna have to replace this deck soon. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius? It was the Seven of Pentacles that ripped. I wonder if that means something for you, Sagittarius. Like someone's investment just got ripped apart. Someone is no longer investing in something. It got tore up. The agreement got tore up. Someone's no longer investing in a car and investing in a relationship, investing in a house. Someone stopped. The deal's broken. The deal is ripped apart. 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Saggies. All right, Sagittarius, your person's feelings. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Their intentions with you, the 4 of Pentacles. Someone's protecting investments, big time. Their behavior with you, we have the Strength card. You got someone coming in very protective over you, Sagittarius. Very protective over you and their investment that they've already made with you. Interesting. We just saw the 7 of Pentacles and the little piece of the corner ripped off, and I was like bummed. But then it also gave me a message that some of you are potentially thinking about just ripping your part of the investment out of the deal, out of the equation, and they don't want that. What is Sagittarius' feelings? 7 of Pentacles. You can't make this shit up. Look at the little rip part. Let's just have a moment, because this is another reminder of why I love tarot cards. A little moment here. I was just saying all that. So some of you Sagittarians, what I just said was dead on. Some of you guys are tearing up a little piece of what you agreed to invest in into this relationship because you may feel like you don't see where it's going to amount to what you're expecting to gain out of it. You're like, all right, if I invest my time, energy, resources into this experience, will I actually get what I am expecting out of it? Or should I just like reduce my part a little bit? Reduce my amount of investment, just a smidge, just a corner ripped off. I'm not gonna not invest in this person at all. I'm just not gonna give all of my energy to this. I'm gonna tear up a little bit of it. What's the overall energy? The Tower. Influenced by the King of Wands, Sagittarius' court card, along with Leo and Aries. So Sagittarius, it feels like your plans for your future are starting to change a bit, and this person is catching on that your plans are kind of changing from the original agreement you made with them. You're like, about that plan we made, I just don't see I am going to benefit from it as much as you would, so I'm going to like want to change up a contract a little bit, just a little bit. It's pretty much what I'm getting off you, Sagittarius. You're not wanting to end the relationship with this person, but you are wanting to like just change it a little bit. I'm even seeing the image of an addendum. Some of you guys really have a contract written out with somebody. This person is really trying to protect something. And this person does not want to let this go with you. They feel like the investment is going to be worth it for everyone involved, and you're having trouble seeing that it is going to be worth it for everyone involved and not just for this person. So let's dive into this person's feelings for you. They want the future with you. They see it being beneficial and rewarding. Why the Knight of Pentacles? It's like it feels like they generally do feel like this could be really good for the two of you. But I just keep on getting this feeling that Sagittarius is noticing signs where it'll be more beneficial for them. Wow, that's way too many cards that's just flipped over. Oh no, I'm not taking all that. How the heck did that happen? That's like 14 cards. No, thank you. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles, please. The Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups, and then I see the Five of Pentacles. Sagittarius, this person's heart is already invested in you, and they're getting kind of worried that this is all being ripped apart. The Eight of Swords is sometimes that card that shows up when we're in our head too much, when we're overthinking the situation, but they're saying it because they're starting to feel like they're getting reduced effort from you with that Five of Pentacles. They may feel like you're not returning their calls as much, their text messages as much, or you're not as open to talking about the future as much as you did in the beginning. Your investment has declined, which is what you're showing me right here. But you're telling me that your investment is starting to decline because you're noticing where they're benefiting more than you, and you don't think that's fair. So let's clarify. It's like, imagine agreeing to get married, right? Let's just make up a hypothetical situation, Sagittarius, okay, for shits and giggles. Say you and someone are talking about getting married, you're a woman, this is a man, and you're like, oh yeah, let's get married, I love you more, blah, blah, blah. And then you're investing in a wedding, you're investing in a wedding dress, and they're investing in a tux, things like that. But then you start noticing that their plans involve you maybe quitting your job and becoming a stay-at-home mom, and you're like, well, that's not that beneficial for me. It benefits this person. They get to come home to a house clean, kids taken care of, food on the table, but I'm at home just like losing a little piece of my identity, you know, because you came in as the King of Wands, Sagittarius. You came in as someone that is very passionate. You got a lot of hobbies. You have a lot of goals, and you don't want to like play second fiddle for someone else's life. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom or a dad or anything like that. That is a very, very difficult and important role. But it's not everyone's cup of tea is what I'm getting at. Not everybody aligns with that and sees the value in it and sees the investment. That was just an example of where Sagittarius, you're giving to a connection with someone and you're investing in it, but you're noticing that this person benefits from it more, whether sexually, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. You just feel like it's not equal dividend, equal return. Clarify that Seven of Pentacles. The Star in the reverse. You're seeing the hope kind of fade out in regards to the situation. You're starting to feel a little bit more, you know, less hopeful about something, but you still love this person at the same time, so you don't want to call it quits. You're just wanting to have the plans rearranged a little bit. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. That was just an example, so don't force that last example too heavy, okay? Clarify that Four of Pentacles, because you do both generally do like each other and care about each other. I'm not getting anything nefarious off of anyone's intentions here. Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles being this person's intentions, they're willing to do their part to like save for this relationship to go the distance. They're willing to do their part. Okay. Clarify that Strength card. Two of Cups in reverse and the Empress in the upright. And it shows me a pregnant woman. So Sagittarius, it feels like you and this person are not on the same page, Two of Cups in reverse, in regards to the growth of the relationship or where the seeds need to be planted or what needs to grow. Like, are we planting seeds in this area of our relationship, or are we focusing on this area of the relationship where I feel like you benefit more than if we were to focus on this area of the relationship? Like that. Six of Pentacles. It has to be a mutually beneficial, rewarding relationship for the both of you to feel like it is worth the investment. If it's not equal, one person's going to eventually build up resentment and bitterness and want to leave the situation in the future anyway. And someone's trying to avoid that altogether and get everything out in the open right away so that there's no hidden surprises. And now I'm seeing the Justice card, which is about legal documentation. So for some of you Sagittarians, you guys are either talking about getting married, and maybe you guys are disagreeing about like a new, what do they call that? Prenuptial agreement. Someone's not agreeing with the prenuptial agreement, because sometimes the Empress is showing up as someone preparing for marriage, preparing for parenthood, things like that. And someone's not agreeing with what someone wants someone's role in their life to be. So someone is reducing their investment because they're starting to feel like they're getting the shady end of the situation. Clarify the Tower and the King of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. Someone wants to work together, but only if it's fair. It's like, imagine dating someone and you're not getting any love and support, but they get sex. It's like, oh, I'm glad you're feeling fulfilled. I'm feeling like you didn't do nothing for me. It feels like that. If it's too soon of a relationship for there to be talks about marriage, children, or anything like that, someone may feel like the bedroom is, you know, beneficial for only one party and the other one gets neglected. So now the other person barely shows up anymore. It's like, what's the point? I don't get my needs met, so I'm not going to do the same. I'm going to leave that alone because it's starting to get a little bit, you know, out of PG-13. So I'm going to leave that alone and pull for the limited to no communication group. All I know is I feel like I'm tapping into a Sagittarius that's really putting a foot down right now and showing that they're not a pushover. It's like, yeah, I know I agree to that, but I don't feel like the terms of the agreement are being matched where I reciprocate or I get reciprocated too. Something like that. All right, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Aquarius, a Leo, Gemini, Venus in Cancer, Virgo. All right, so for my limited to no communication group, let's take a look. Remember, you guys, sometimes these readings can be like a personal reading meant for one person, so don't force it. Don't force it. Don't force the message. The single life. Embrace your independence, expand your horizons, and enjoy the solo journey. When you are your best self, you attract your best. Some of you Sagittarians, you may feel like all the investment you feel like you have to put into relationships, just for you not to feel like you're getting the full benefit. You feel like you should just put it all to yourself and get the full package deal from all that attention you were giving to another person and put it back on you and see how your life transform in a beautiful way. Some of you Sagittarians are like, wow, I'm putting so much time, energy, and resources into this relationship and getting nothing out of it. Instead, I'm going to put all that time, energy, and resources into myself and see how badass of a life I have after. I mean, if you're feeling like something is not rewarding or beneficial, put all that energy into you and see what your life becomes. Back together. The honeymoon round 2 has begun, but the real tease in how long it will last. Some of you Sagittarians are reconciling with someone right now and you're wondering if it was the right thing to do. Will you still get what you want out of the deal, or are you just repeatedly giving someone what they want just for eventually you to not feel nurtured? Troubled past. The past still lingers like smoke in the room, even if it's buried. Its energy hasn't left the building. Some of you Sagittarians may have gotten back together again with someone, but the unresolved issues are still haunting you, and you're possibly starting to get mad all over again because of something being ignored when it needs to be addressed. Inner turmoil. Yep, that's it. Might be smiling on the inside, or on the outside, but they're spiraling on the inside. Pretending everything's fine has become its own crisis. Yeah, some of you Sagittarians, I feel like you really want to get something off of your chest. You're not wanting to keep it internal anymore. You're really wanting someone to know how you feel about something, but until then, you might be chipping away your investment to get your point across before you talk to somebody. Like slowly no longer giving to the situation. So I hope that helped. That felt like a personal reading, you guys. It felt like that was meant for one person, so don't force it. On to Capricorn. Where's my sea goats at? Hi, Cappy. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. All right, what do we have for Capricorn this week? What do we have for Capricorn this week? Two more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck from my beautiful sea goats. All right, Capricorn, your person's feelings for you this week. We have the Queen of Swords. Their intentions with you, we have the Hanged Man, Major for Pisces. Their actions towards you, the Six of Swords. This person feels like they have to keep on looking back at something you guys have talked about repeatedly. It's like they keep on going back towards something you guys talked about to really get your perspective, to make sure that they're not misunderstanding you. I'll get back to that. How does Capricorn feel about this person? The Ten of Wands and the overall energy, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. It feels like Capricorn, you've got someone that may feel you guys are like kind of running into a wall here with each other in regards to how you've been communicating lately. It's like you guys aren't on the same page with a lot of things that are being talked about. And this person's trying their best to see your point of view. You may be doing the exact same thing to ensure that this relationship can still be healthy and rewarding and healthy for everyone involved, is what I'm strongly getting. But they may feel like there seems to be situations that keep on cropping up that could leave room for tension, and they don't like that with you. They don't want that with you. They want to be happy with you. So let's take a look. Let's start with this person's feelings for you. We got the Queen of Swords. They may feel like you're being very sharp-tongued lately, like you're saying a lot of like straightforward, direct things, but you're not like, I don't know, you're different. They're saying that you're being different with them. Like you're not as like fun anymore around this time frame. Like you're taking a lot of things seriously right now. Why the Queen of Swords? The Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn, and the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups. This person feels like you guys have a unique, special bond that they really cherish, that they really appreciate, but they may feel like you're like really being different with them lately, and they don't understand why. And they're trying to replay certain conversations to see if they may have been told something from you that explained why you're acting this way, and they're replaying it over and over again. It's like they keep on looking over their shoulder at you thinking, did Capricorn really, what did Capricorn say? Did I miss something? They're trying to figure out, did I make them mad? They feel like you're just not being as like sweet with them, is kind of what they're saying. Like you're being cold. So I don't know if you're mad at them and you haven't told them. So let's dive into your feelings, Capricorn, because you got the Ten of Wands. You're carrying on a lot of burdens. So maybe it's not that you're upset at them. It's just that your life right now may be very chaotic and hectic to where you don't see a lot of laughter right now in your current situation. Some of you may be dealing with job layoffs. Some of you may be feeling like your mortgage is raised, your lease is being raised, everything's being raised. Because when the economy is kind of crappy, Capricorns feel it strongly. I've noticed that anyways about you guys. Don't take it personally if it feels like a general statement. But I've noticed that with Capricorns, when the economy is kind of like, unstable or unpredictable, Capricorns get really like worried about their future, even if they've got nothing to worry about right now, is what I'm getting. So that could be what the change is, because when I dived into this person's feelings for you, I got the Four of Pentacles, which is Sun in Capricorn, which shows me a man sitting on a box of money and protecting it. Protecting stocks, protecting investments, protecting savings, because they're worried that something's going to be taken. And they're showing empathy for you in this reading. They don't want you to feel bad alone. Why the Ten of Wands? The Page of Pentacles and the Chariot. Some of you Capricorns may feel like you've got to switch jobs or switch living situations or something like that. The Page of Pentacles is money. The Chariot is moving forward or relocating. So it feels like Capricorn, this is someone that knows you pretty well. You may have already disclosed with them some of your concerns, some of your stressors, and this person is understanding aspects of that, but there's still a little part of them that's wondering, did I still upset Capricorn? Because they don't like it when you're mad at them. So their intentions this week is the Hanged Man. They're really trying to see your perspective on things, to not like take it personally. This is a very smart person. Whoever you're dealing with, Capricorn, I'm making myself sound dumb. Rewind. This is a very intelligent person. This is someone that's got really good observational skills. This is someone that doesn't take things personally, but they're trying not to take it personally with you because you guys have a little bit more of a bond there, to where if it was anyone else, they would definitely not take it personally. Why the Hanged Man? The Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries energy, and the Seven of Pentacles. This person intends to invest with you and to also help you if you need it. This is someone that really has a lot of care for you, Capricorn. This is someone that's got your back big time. And if they feel like you've lost a piece of your investment with that ripped up piece of Seven of Pentacles right here, if you know, you know, this is someone that's really wanting to be there for you if you need any help. Because it feels like this person's life is where they want it to be, and they feel kind of bad being in that position while you're stressed out. Because whoever this person is, they've got a really good life going for themselves, and they don't want to, like, you know, show it if you're going through stress. This is like an empathetic type of person. So they're replaying a conversation that you guys have had and trying to figure out if they missed any important points where you spoke up to them to get some help, and they may have overlooked it because they were busy. Clarify that Six of Swords. The Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune in this art depiction shows me a dial pointing to a house. So you may have mentioned something about moving with them or relocating something and asking for their help. Someone here is dealing with a lot of stress, but might be tempted to like heal that stress in ways that might add more stress. Clarify that Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that, Capricorn. It feels like you may feel like you were in a very comfortable situation at one point, and you might be scared that that situation is not going to be like that much longer. But I feel like that's just a fear. I don't feel like that's what's actually happening for you, because I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles right underneath that and the Six of Pentacles, and it feels like something rewarding comes to you when you least expect it. But because of what's going on in the world right now, you're taking it in strongly. You're an earth sign. You're feeling the energy of everyone around you. A lot of people assume water signs are like really like tapped into a lot of people, which they are. But earth signs are really connected to the ground, connected to the trees, connected to money that's made from the trees and things like that. So it feels like Capricorn, you may be just trying to keep up with life on a daily basis and you're just exhausted. And this person is sensing that and wanting to be there for you, but is also wanting to make sure that you're not mad at them. This person really cares about you. It feels like more like a friend that you're trying to transition into something more. And they may feel like you're acting different, or tell me more about this person's feelings for Capricorn. 7 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and then I got the Empress. This is someone very nurturing of you or very caring about you, really cares about your well-being. Yeah, Capricorn, this feels like you're less focused on your romantic life right now and more focused on where am I working 2 weeks from now? What's my mortgage going to be? What are they going to raise my lease? Are they going to raise my rent? It feels like there's something about that that's stressing you out. Clarify that 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. It feels like very soon, because fire moves quick, very soon, Capricorn, you're going to get like a wave of fun energy that just overtakes you in a very beautiful way, and it's going to pull you out of that energy is what I'm strongly getting. So it feels like this is a temporary setback in your energy where you feel like you're carrying it all on your own and just barely keeping afloat. It feels like this is temporary because the number 10 talks about completions. That 10 of Wands releases itself and then the Ace of Wands appears. So I feel like Capricorn, I feel like you're going to do what you need to do to keep it moving, and I feel like things start to, improve for you substantially is what it feels like. And it feels like you got this person in your life that's wanting to make doubly sure that they're not who you're upset at, all right? Even though they don't feel like they did anything wrong. They just want to make certain that they didn't overlook something that you said. That's why they're replaying some sort of message with you, whether a face-to-face conversation or a text exchange. All right, so I hope this made sense. I'm going to dive into the limited to no communication group right now. But for zodiac signs that came through this reading, I have Cancerian energy, I have Leo, Aries, Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio. Oh, and Libra. But it could be any zodiac sign, okay? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that too much. Okay. Love lessons. Don't let a history of failed relationships get you down. Gather the lessons and ditch the baggage. Invite only. The real action isn't happening in public. Behind the scenes, the inner circle has already been chosen. Capricorn, your reading does not feel like it's a love reading today. Your reading feels like it's a personal, general message. For some of you, if you work for a company, it kind of feels like they're picking who stays, who goes. And it kind of feels like you've been a part of the chosen group. But don't let a tarot reading, tell you what to do with your life or what. It's not factual statements. It's spiritual interpretation, okay? So don't ever make a decision based off of a tarot reading, okay, Capricorn? But it feels like you're being prepared for something big. But because you're seeing everyone else not get these big opportunities, you might be assuming you won't either. Whatever that means. Secret affair. They thought they could hide it, but whispers are growing louder. Affairs rarely stay hidden. For some of you Capricorns, your love life may be not the topic of discussion today because you're trying to keep it a secret. Wow. Or someone secretly in love with someone who's already tied to another situation. I was not expecting that message. Wedding day. There's a wedding going down from me to we, from uncertain to official. Everything feels so much more defined now. Oh man, someone's really wanting a more defined love connection right now. Someone's really hoping that things start to improve for themselves. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mystical444. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Cappies, that is for you. Time to do Aquarius. But Capricorn, it felt like whatever tension you're dealing with, whatever stress you're dealing with, I am feeling it strongly that it's temporary and things are going to get better for you. So just keep doing your best. All right. On to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Hope you guys are all doing amazing. Five of Pentacles just hopped out. We'll see if it comes back out. Two more shovels for Aquarius. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful aqua babies. All right, Aquarius, your person's feelings for you this week. We have the Knight of Swords. Their intentions with you, the 7 of Pentacles. Their behavior and actions towards you, the 10 of Cups. Your feelings for this person, the 2 of Wands. And the overall energy is the Fool, influenced by the Page of Swords. It kind of feels like one of those, are we doing this or not sort of energies from this person, Aquarius. It feels like you got someone that wants to invest in a future with you, and they're wanting to make certain that you guys are on the same page. Okay? And with you showing up as the 2 of Wands, this is you trying to figure out what page that is exactly. So let's break it down. Let's start with this person's feelings. Why the Knight of Swords? The 9 of Wands, and then I see the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Aquarius, you've got someone this week that may feel a bit discouraged that what they're investing in is going to bring in the return on investment, and they're wanting to talk to you about it around this time frame. They want to make sure that they're not wasting their time with you, that you want this just as much as they do, and they don't want to, like, embarrass themselves. I'm getting the word embarrassed. Like, am I the only one, like, wanting this? Do I look like a chump right now? It's like this person is starting to feel a little bit worried that you're not wanting to be on board with something with them. It could be insecurities coming through. Clarify Aquarius' feelings. Why the Ace, or why the 2 of Wands? The Wheel of Fortune. So for a lot of you Aquarians, you're just trying to figure out if this relationship is meant to expand or if this is meant to be a lesson for you and then that's it. Because oftentimes the Wheel of Fortune shows up when we've reached a turning point in our life where a lesson has learned. Now it's time to, like, take action towards a next stage of our life, knowing what we know now. Like, take the lesson that you learned to apply it to a new endeavor. Tell me more about Aquarius' feelings. The Ace of Pentacles and the Lover's card. I do feel that you do strongly feel something for this person. So you both do feel strongly for each other. You're just going about it in a different way, though. And that's possibly where this person's getting frustrated, because it's not their way. That sounds similar to someone that we had today. Who was that? Was it Libra? Was it Libra we were talking about that with? Yeah, Aquarius, it feels like you really do care about someone and you want to build with them, but you're not doing it in the way that they feel comfortable with. So it's kind of being misread as not as interested in what they want. Something like that. But you guys are different people. You guys show up in different ways. All right, so let's clarify this person's intentions. The Sun, 7 of Cups, and then the 5 of Cups. Aww. Aquarius, this person's scared that they're not going to get what they want from you. You've got someone showing up already assuming you're not on the same page, even though I see that you are right here. It kind of feels like this person feels like they are used to not getting what they want, so they just assume that that's the pattern that's supposed to continue. They just assume that that's meant to always be that way. Yeah, Aquarius, it feels like you've got someone who may have always been used to not getting what they want or getting what they need or getting what they deserve after they do their part. And I don't see that with you, but that's just a fear of theirs that's being triggered right now. Because with their actions towards you being the Ten of Cups, this is someone that really wants to build a family with someone, and they really like you, but they're really getting a little antsy that you don't want them. But that kind of behavior might be what pushes an Aquarius to go in a different direction, even if it wasn't meant to be that way. Why the Ten of Cups? The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Aquarius, this is someone that wants a future with you big time. And they're really wanting to figure out where you guys stand right now. Because it feels like this person might start to spiral a little bit with that Eight of Swords energy. If they don't feel like you're giving them enough reassurance that this is legit happening. Like this person might be worried that you're pretending to be happy with them and that you're planning to exit the relationship whenever you feel like it, when it's no longer benefiting you. But I don't feel like you're doing that. You're over here in it to win it. Look at this. Crosswatcher. Aquarius is really into it. They just don't do things on other people's time frame. Aquarians lead with their head, and it feels like someone else here might be, I mean, they are coming in with that air energy too. It just feels like, Aquarius, you're dealing with someone that just hasn't had the most easiest life, and they're just assumed that they never will. And I feel like their life is meant to improve around this time frame, but they're still attached to that old storyline that they never get what they want. They never get their needs met, things like that. But if you guys are truly showing up with the Lover's card energy, you guys are meant to be on the same page, but you guys mirror back different things, different behaviors, different ways of going about things. The Four of Cups again. I keep seeing that card in the Four of Swords. Yeah, Aquarius, you've got someone that's putting a lot of emotional investment into this and scared that they're going to not get the return on it. They're really scared that they just fell for someone that might not even be in love with them in return. It's like I can hear this person say, oh shit, what did I do? Did I really fall in love with Aquarius when they don't even like me? That's kind of what I'm getting off of them. Like someone's feeling scared that this is all unrequited. Damn. Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. All right, so Aquarius, it feels like around this time frame, something is guiding you to make some big moves. Some big moves. Like moves that really start a chain reaction. And you came in with a lot of strong energy supporting that too. And you're doing this based off of what's in alignment with your own needs. And you're not worrying too much about other people right now. Even though your choices do concern another person, you're focusing on how it concerns you first. Tell me more about this person. Four of Pentacles, being very protective. And then I got the Empress and the Ace of Cups in the Hierophant. I've been getting this word protective since the very beginning. I got it for Leo. I got it for Libra. I got it for you, and I don't remember who the other person was. But Aquarius, you got someone that's being very protective over what they've already started to create this far, and they want to make certain that this is all going to like be safe to invest in. So if you don't really want to be with this person, I suggest telling them very soon, because this is someone that's willing to invest it all with you. They're not playing around. This person is not playing around. They're willing to invest it all with you. They're like going into their little energetic safe right here, getting ready to pull out everything that they've got to invest it into this relationship. And if you don't like them, it's going to be a very bad day for them. A very bad day for them if you don't feel the same. I'm strongly getting a feeling that there may be a small percentage of Aquarians that are getting ready to break up with this person, but a good majority of you are on the same page. But you may be taking a while to let them know that, and it's what's stressing them out. You know, that all that time lapse between you telling them that you're wanting the same with them is getting them in their head picturing the worst case scenario, and it's making them potentially spiral. But that's not your responsibility. Their reaction to things are not your responsibility, okay? But just putting that out there. All right, so let me get into the limited to no communication group now. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, I have Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, a lot of Leo, a lot of Taurus, Libra is here. Yeah, Aquarius, someone's really into you. Someone's really into you. Someone just invested a lot into this, and they're hoping that they didn't just gamble a lot away. So good luck with that. Expecting, a new life is forming. Ready or not, this changes the vibe, stakes, and whole storyline. For some of you Aquarians, someone here could be finding out they're pregnant and being like, oh my goodness, I hope my person loves me because I just found out I'm pregnant. If I find out that this person doesn't even give a shit about me and I'm about to have their baby, oh my goodness. You know, it's for someone here, that could be on point for somebody. Not for all of you. Not for all of you. Don't panic. Don't panic. But someone may be waking up to some pregnancy symptoms, getting a test result, and being like, I really hope this person's really serious when they said that they wanted to marry me because I'm pregnant. You know, or she's pregnant. I hope I'm serious. Blah, blah, blah. Or someone is having a second child with somebody and really hoping that, you know, their partner still wants to be together with them. Travel partner, you found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way you navigate the world together. I love this card. I friggin' love this card. It's one of my favorites. Trusted friend. There's no mask here, just a rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. Oh yeah, someone's about to unload on a friend like in a really, oh that sounded so wrong. Someone's getting ready to offload a lot of their feelings onto someone. I'm just going to let that go. Shady dealings. There's money, influence, or power changing hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. Someone's worried that someone's not being legit honest with them and is getting worried that they fell for a scam. Fell for a cheater, fell for a liar, fell for a two-timer. Someone's really wanting to make certain that this is the real deal here. Unspoken feelings. You're not imagining the undercurrent. There's an emotional charge here that no one's fully naming. Yeah, Aquarius, for some of you, you both feel something, but nobody's really speaking about it. And someone's thinking, is it just me feeling that way? Does Aquarius feel that way? Or am I alone on this? Happy family. You're creating or aligning with a family dynamic that's grounded in peace, mutual care. This is the kind of home that can heal generational wounds. And the final one is ex-drama. The past didn't stay in the past. An old flame is reigniting chaos, stirring up drama, or still has an emotional pull. For that spread, I wonder if someone needed a little bit more reassurance that their person wants a future with them, because someone might be aware that there's an ex back in town, an ex still talking to their person's family members, or someone's like worried, all right, are you still into your ex? Because, you know, I want a future with you. All right. So I hope that helps, Aquarius. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. On to Pisces. My water fishies are up next. Hi, Pisces. I just read your comment, Janine. You are adorable. It is Pisces time. All right, what do we have for Pisces? You are adorable. All right, what do we have for Pisces this week? What do we have for Pisces this week? Next 7 days. 5 of Swords hopped out. Not my favorite card. We'll see if it comes back out. There could be some sort of misunderstanding going on here. And someone's needing to like think before they speak this week to avoid any unnecessary, back and forth drama. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful water fishies. All right, Pisces, your person's feelings this week. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Their intentions with you, the Queen of Swords. Their actions, we have the 7 of Wands. Your feelings for this person, the 3 of Cups. And the overall energy is the 4 of Pentacles. That dang card keeps on coming out. Followed by the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So Pisces, it kind of feels like around this time frame, you and another person are off to a good week. Having a good week together. I do see where there could be a little bit of a bump in the road, but it can be avoided. It's a minor arcana. It doesn't mean... Minor arcana usually comes in when there could be an inconvenience to a day-to-day routine, but it's not necessary for your growth, your life lessons, so it can be avoided if you wanted to skip that part, right? It's kind of like having that extra screw when you're trying to build some sort of toy. It's like, all right, I can skip that part. All right, so let's dive into this person's feelings. We got the 3 of Pentacles. Why the 3 of Pentacles for how this person feels about Pisces this week? 7 of Cups and the 9 of Wands on the bottom. I need another card on that. 1 second. Let me use a different tarot deck. Hold on for a second. Can you clarify that? This person is pretty much saying, Pisces, that they want to be supportive this week. They just don't know where you need them to be more supportive in regards to. That did not make sense. Rewind. Hold on. You got someone this week that's like, hey, if you need me for anything, let me know, because I don't know where you're needing me right now. It's like someone may feel like they're kind of misplaced in your life right now, and they're trying to figure out how to be more central in your life. Like, imagine being with someone who's running their own business. They've got a lot going on. They've got a lot of hobbies, friends, business, everything like that. And you're just trying to figure out, can they make time for me? Where do I fit into your busy schedule? Like that. Like, someone wants to be a part of your life this week, but they don't know where you need them to stand. It's like, all right, I need you to help me with my party. I just don't know what yet, so just stay right there. It's kind of like that. Clarify this person's feelings. 8 of Wands. The 5 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's that room for misunderstandings. Pisces, you got someone this week that wants to be a part of what you're doing this week, whatever that is, and they don't know where they're more useful. They don't know where they're more useful. They want to be a part of your life, but they feel like you've got all this stuff going on where they don't know where they fit. And do they belong fitting in your life is pretty much what this person's concerned by. They're trying to figure out what role they play in your life right now. Possibly because you're like really busy maybe. You've got a lot of things going on that's distracting you from them. It's like they're feeling a bit defensive that, you know, they're there, but they don't feel like they're needed by you. Like you don't need them. I just keep on getting brought back to that party scene. Imagine inviting some friends over to help you set up for a party, and your friend shows up and they're like, all right, what do you need from me? What do you need me to do? And they're not told what to do, so they're just left standing there while everyone else has assigned roles. Everyone else knows what they're needing to be doing to feel important, to feel included. And this person's like, what do you want from me? I know you want me here, but what do you want from me? It's like this person doesn't feel like you guys have a defined role yet for this person. So they may feel like they're kind of a situationship with you. They want a more defined role. So Pisces, it feels like you've got someone here that's like, am I your boyfriend? Am I your girlfriend? Am I just your friends with, I don't know. It's like this person wants a more defined label of what role they're meant to play in your life right now. They know you want them there. They just don't know how long you want them there for and what they tell other people you're there for. It's like they're wanting to be like, what do I tell other people why I'm here? You know? Do I tell them I'm your boyfriend? Do I tell them I'm your girlfriend? It's like something like that. Clarify Pisces feelings. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, clarified by the 3 of Cups. So Pisces, this might be your way of saying that you want more of an open relationship with this person, where you want this person in your life, but you also care about your own independence. It's kind of like you're choosing to be single. But when you're in the mood for a party or in the mood to go out on a date, you like to have specific people to call upon when you're in that mood. It's like I'm reading for a Pisces that's like, I kind of want to just stay single, but whenever I'm in the mood to go on a date, I do like to have someone I can call and be like, hey, are you free tonight? I like it like that. It's like this person's worried that you don't have a role for them in your life on a full-term level, but more on a standby basis, and they don't like that. They want to be with you. Pisces. I don't think I've ever gotten this type of reading for you before. Usually Pisces comes into my readings with, you know, that desire for marriage and exclusivity. I rarely ever get, you know, you coming in being like, oh, I just want a situationship right now. But this person wants a future. This person's like, I'm putting in all this effort. I want to see us go far. What do you mean I'm just here to like hold the door for you? Or pay the check. It's just feeling like this person wants a more defined role. Clarify that Queen of Swords as this person's intentions. The Wheel of Fortune. This person wants to build a home with you. This is someone that's looking for their soulmate, not a date. This person's not playing around. Unless this is vice versa, Pisces, and you're the one that's like, hey, what are we? I don't want to be just your Friday gal or Friday guy. 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups. Yeah, someone's being very crystal clear that they want a family, they want a home, they want a life to be built with someone. They don't want to be someone's fallback. That No Doubt song just popped up in my head by Gwen Stefani. I ain't your hollaback girl. My millennial side is coming out. All right, I'll shut up. Let's clarify the 7 of Wands. I ain't no hollaback girl. Clarify that 7 of Wands. 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and Temperance. Yeah, Pisces, you got someone here that wants to be on the same page as you. They want to compromise. They want to be flexible, but they don't want to be too flexible to the point where they are a doormat. This is something that they've experienced before in the past, and they don't want to go through it anymore. They're waiting and being very patient with you, Pisces. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're willing to be patient, but they want something more than what they're getting right now. And let's say you are in a relationship with this person, but right now you may be contemplating whether being single is the best thing for you. Something like that. Give me another card on Pisces. This is the most calm and relaxed I've ever tapped into for your energy, Pisces, in a long time. You're just in this, you're your energy feels very stable, very calm, very self-focused. I like it. I like it a lot. But you also got to be fair with this person. If when you are together, it feels like you guys are a couple, but then when you're not together, you kind of put your phone on silent and do not disturb, and they feel like they can't get a hold of you. It's like it's going to start annoying this person. Tell me more about what Pisces wants from this person. The Queen of Swords and the Justice card. You're still trying to figure things out, but you do want to be fair. You're a fair person, Pisces. You're a very fair person. I don't think you have a mean bone in your body based off what I'm getting off of you. I don't feel like you would ever want to intentionally hurt anybody or leave them feeling left out or feeling like you want them on standby, even if you don't know what to do with them. I don't feel like that's you. But it's easy for another person to assume that when they're feeling like they're experiencing that in their perspective, you know. Like there's times where, you know, I'm in my own little world talking to someone, not realizing that I've got another friend that's feeling ignored by me. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't my intentions. Anything else for Pisces before I pull the limited to no communication group? Anything else for Pisces this week in their love life? Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords. So Pisces, it feels like you've got some choices to make this week that you're going back and forth on. You're just trying to make certain that you're making choices that are aligning with what you need and not what you feel like someone else needs in order to be nice. You're trying to put yourself first these days because it feels like you're someone that's always put other people first and it didn't benefit you, and now you're trying to do it the other way around. You got a lot of self-love for yourself. Six of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. So Pisces, around this time frame, I do feel like you're leaning more towards something more stable, a stable relationship. So I do feel like whoever this person is, you're more on the side of working together with them instead of against them. But you want to come to that conclusion on your own. So let's get the limited no communication group. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, Pisces, I've got a lot of earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn came through. Sagittarius is here. Leo is here. Libra is here. I think I already said Libra. If not, Libra. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Pisces. I could not... I should have just pulled this card first and just did the reading off of this one card. Undefined. You're sharing energy, time, and maybe even intimacy, but no one's naming what this is. If you feel uncertain, it's because the foundation is unclear. Pisces, someone's wanting a label. They don't give a shit what type of label. They just want a label. They want to know what role they're playing. If you're not ready for a relationship, they want to at least know that so they can be like, all right, I'm not Pisces girlfriend, but I'm Pisces label, whatever. It's like they want at least a signed role. It's like imagine going to a job and you don't get your name tag. It's like, hey, what are you doing here for this company? I don't know. Didn't give me my name tag yet. I don't know. I'm just getting a check. It's like people like to know where they stand, where they belong. Oh, secret admirer. There's someone in your orbit who's totally into you, but they haven't found the nerve to make a move. Some of you Pisceans, what could be happening is you're talking to someone, flirting with someone, they're flirting with you, they're talking with you, but they haven't asked you out on a date yet. They're kind of misreading that maybe you're just wanting to stay single, or maybe they're not misreading it. And they're getting a little antsy wanting to ask you out. Yeah. It's like someone's trying to figure out if you're available or not. Villain vibes in reverse. They're never the villain in their own story, but the trail of chaos says otherwise. Something about their vibe just doesn't fit right. Some of you Pisceans, you're getting over a divorce where you had to leave a situation that was not rewarding for you, and you're focusing on yourself, and you're not putting another person's needs before yourself again. So Pisces, you look pretty good. You look pretty good this week. But it does feel like someone's wanting to have a little bit more of insight into your world and what you think of them. All right, so I hope that helps. And I'll be doing the June monthlies this week. What was that? That was a weird sound. Anyways, I'm just hearing all these weird sounds today. All right, I gotta get ready. My mom and brother are coming over for puzzle day. Yay, wild party. So I gotta get going. Thank you to my awesome mod squad. I appreciate you guys. Thank you everyone who showed up for today's live stream. I appreciate you guys. I'll be doing the June monthlies this week. If you're interested in booking a private reading with me, you'll find the link to my website in the description box below this video, BaddisonIntuitiveTarot.com. That's 2 D's, not 1 for Baddison. Make sure you are updated on your PayPal email address because that's where your booking appointment goes. That's where your pre-recorded reading goes. And check your junk folder if you already expected a reading and you didn't see it yet. Check your spam folder. All right, love you guys. On that note, I rock that deck.